God, you guys, I've got so much insane stuff that we need to go through. We're not going to get through it. No matter what I do tonight, we are not going to get through everything. It's too much.
It's out of my hands.
It's too much.
But I'm still in control.
We're going to see, though.
It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my
Make sure you share, make sure you like, and make sure you're ready, because it's going to be hooray, hooray.
It's out of my
Great tonight. Great tonight.
But I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my
Too much to go over tonight. Hey, Cool Gamer, Sheba, Terry, oh, Mimi, Carol, hey, everybody. So good to see you. Oh, man. Really happy to see you. Sorry I didn't stream last night. I had a family night, so I really couldn't, but that's okay. You got to get that family time in there. I never hate on you guys when you got family time. You know what I'm saying? It recharges you. It recharges that creative side of you, right? So tonight, I don't know how to represent what I've got for you because I have way too much stuff, okay? I mean, I could go through. In fact, what I'll do for my intro tonight for this stream is I'll go into where I have all of this stuff cataloged for the stream, and I'll roll through it, and I'll tell you what I got. And maybe you guys can tell me what the most interesting thing is, or what you'd like to see, or if you want to continue where we left off 2 nights ago. And of course, I'll tell you what's up with that. But before we go there, I want to make sure you guys know why things are happening like they are. And there has been oh god, let me just roll into this. Let me kind of bring you into what we're dealing with really fast, okay? Let me do that real quick. So, certain months on YouTube and certain times of the year, we make more money on ad revenue and doing our shows and other things than we do any other time. So, oh, make sure you hit the like button. Almost forgot. So that's why during this month, you're going to see a rush for people to hit YouTube as hard as they can. In fact, it's why you saw what you saw last month. And I do think that as we get into December, we're only a day away. And as we get into tomorrow, last day, and once we get into December, we'll notice even more of this insanity. Now, there's a lot to talk about from just the regular world outside of the community, things that we look at. And that's what UNIRACHEL 2 will focus on so that I can separate content, video games, and uploading and streaming here with the content we do live, this show, and then over on UNIRACHEL 2, the stuff about the world, because I don't even want to bring up what's going on in the world that I'm going to be covering because it's nutty, it's crazy, and it's hitting a pressure point, and it's not worth bringing it up. But what I will tell you about is what we have as options to talk about tonight. So we've got... Hold on, do I need to share? I think I might need to share. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. We'll get there. Edit video, 1 second. Let me grab a link. So, while we're doing that, we stopped our stream last... Why am I demonetized? Why am I demonetized? I'm wondering why none of the notifications are going out. And then I look, and what do I see? The big fuzzy. Is it this? I mean, no, I see people use way worse than this. So that can't be it. What is my title? Well, do I want to restart the stream is the question. You know what? If I do restart the stream, I'll do it in a little bit. I'll try to break things up. Maybe we'll do a part 1 and a part 2. Who knows? Because, yeah, you guys are going to have to help me out and share this stream. For some reason, this hasn't been happening to me, but I just got the yellow sign of doom. Maybe I said a curse word when I first started and I didn't realize it. Could that be? That could be it. Okay. Okay, here's what we've got to go over. So LB was live when I started to set this stream up and talking about Aaron Carter. Now, earlier she did a stream or something where his ashes are to be spread in Florida with his late sister. And then I realized, like, wow, like his family has suffered a lot of tragedies. I didn't know this about that family because I haven't really followed the family. That's really sad, man. Though, right after that, because probably that video didn't do that well, she decided that she was going to chase an ambulance and do a stream about a man who literally just streamed out of nowhere and fanned the flames of the murmur theory that I've been tracking, because I've been tracking this murmur theory that Molly had started on Patreon literally right when this all started with Aaron Carter, against all the evidence, against everything that's there. And I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying they don't have anything to back it. It's just they make it up. The point I want to make about people that do these kind of theories is that they just make this stuff up. So she was basically streaming and saying that this streamer who is admitting to murmuring Aaron Carter, and from what I could tell, it seemed as if she was like describing it, but she does this really dishonest thing that we've seen Molly do. We see Boo Boo Betty do. We see all of them do this, even Justin. And I've got examples where I can show you this. So they will make a claim. They'll literally lie. They'll defame somebody else. They'll make a claim and defame somebody else, even if it's not humanly damn possible for what they're saying to be true. And then they'll go around and they'll present it to people in a dishonest way where they're not like, okay, so they'll say something like, I heard this person did this, and then they'll go push it as if it happened. Though when you criticize them, they'll focus on the very beginning where they said, I heard, right? Even though that later they're telling you that it's true, later they're telling you it happened, they'll go and find that heard, and that's how they fool the audience. It's why, if you remember back when I had talked about LB, that one of the first times I brought LB up for attacking me on that whole vet bashing thing, which we're not going to get into, of course, tonight. We covered it in depth a night or two ago if you want to see that whole thing. But when I first criticized her for that, one of her like rabid supporters came into the live chat, as most of you know if you were there, and they started to basically flip out and say that she never talks about you. Why are you talking about her? We can't believe that you'd talk about her when she doesn't talk about you at all. And I found out just a little bit later while I was still streaming that she talked about me all the time. So these are the kind of things that these people do. Of course, LB will sit there and put it out. I don't even talk about him wherever she's around these people. And then they'll run in and defend her with the lie, so that if she does get confronted, she can just say she didn't say it. Or it's very dishonest. The more I look at LB and Molly, I would say this about Molly too, but you already know I feel this way about Molly. But the more I look at LB, the more I look at Justin, the more I look at Betty, I'm starting to realize why all of you tried to warn me about them like you did in the beginning, because they do this stuff on purpose. There's no accident here. They expect everybody else to be the most perfect examples of human beings. They expect everybody else to be the most like moral type people that possibly exist. Themselves, though, are allowed to get away with literal murmur. Because again, how bad is it to accuse somebody of murmur if they didn't do it? Well, in my opinion, it's you trying to murmur their entire life, their entire career, because if that kind of accusation sticks, that person's done. And while some people will come back to say, oh, stop, it's not as bad, but it is still let's just say a little less, right? Let's say it's a little less when you compare it to the speech side of things. So what do I have to talk that I could talk to you about tonight, or that we will be going through tonight, and that maybe you guys can help me pick certain things? And I might restart the stream because, yes, we are yellow signed. I have no clue why YouTube would do this to me. It never happens. Actually, it's like every 2 weeks I'll notice people will start messaging me like, I didn't get a notification, or start tagging me with it, and then I'll go and look and we'll be demonetized. So it's definitely, yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's been a while. It's been ever since Molly's peeing stream got demonetized, and Molly's, that one where she flipped out in the hotel room got demonetized. But ever since then, I've had 4 videos that are just fine. You know what I'll do? I'll submit it for review. We'll wait and see what happens. So let me go through and kind of hit you guys with some of the stuff I have that's new, and then we'll decide whether we go back to what we were doing in the last stream, or if we just, you know, barrel through this stuff, or what. But some of this stuff is so crazy. Oh God. Oh God, no. Michelle and Flava. Oh fuck, I forgot about Michelle and Flava and all that. Oh Lord, now Flava's attacking Cherie, one of my mods. Why? So I got a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man, from the Molly side of things, and it deals with Michelle and Flava. That's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say there, because I don't want to go through all of it right now. And on the Leslie Bass side of things, you won't believe how busy of a bee LB has been being. That's pretty good. So we've got LB. Remember when, I just want to call LB out for this really fast. It's just a little bit of an example. So let me just call her out real quick. Let me just correct her on this. Hey, do you recall when I put up a video of Molly, Justin, and LB? And I got a privacy strike on that video after LB had went out screaming and yelling and talking about how I was doxing her for using the name Leslie Bass, even though at the top of her channel, it literally says Leslie Bass, because that's what her channel name used to be. She said, and I quote, "Uni can't say that it was me who gave him a privacy strike. You can't tell when someone gives you a privacy strike." So I came here to my live stream and I broke down how I knew that it was her. So then she has 2 privacy strikes from old videos, she claims. I don't believe her. I don't believe her because I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. Literally, if she says something and doesn't post some proof of it, I don't believe it. And then before I believe it, I check to see if that proof has been manufactured, because she manufactures fake screenshots, as you know, all the time, and emails and stuff. So she talks about how she got 2 strikes from someone that I won't mention. And then she says, I didn't violate her privacy. Everything I showed was public info. That's not how a privacy strike works. Though you have violated people's privacy before, so I don't know what you mean, but okay. I thought she wasn't allowed to access a computer since her arrest, and she's not allowed to access a computer. Most likely, you're lying, and I feel that she's lying mostly. By the way, I do think that the bug is back. I completely believe that the bug is back. The bug is back right now. Some of you are going to say, what the hell is the bug? You know what I'm talking about if you've been around for a minute, and I don't want to go any deeper than that, but the bug is back. The bug is back on sock accounts. I have no clue if Saltzy, the lawyer of Toddy Westbrook, wants to maybe like do something about it, since he said that it's illegal for her to be using electronic devices until after she's tried and gets charged. But she is back. So you'd say, well, Uni, then why do you think LB would be lying? I don't know if she's lying or not. I just don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. Her friends are all out there talking about the bug literally right before the bug comes back. Now, either one of 2 things are happening. Either they're trying to act like they're the bug, or they're playing the role as the bug, which is highly possible. One of them who's out there trying to convince people that the bug is invisible, never existed or something, most likely is the person behind the bug accounts pretending to be the bug. And what they're doing is trying to create scenarios like what happened back in the day. Hey, it's almost Christmas. LB got some strikes. She's probably going to try to confuse people with what strikes are, and then she's going to go over to someone's channel and do a fraud raiser like she did back in 2019, December, right? No, she's not, but that's what this account is doing it for. So is it the bug? Maybe. More likely it's not the bug and it's someone trying to pretend to be the bug. Now, why is it that then I think that a certain EK Krusty is out there pretending to be the bug on all these accounts? Because she's been crying about that for a while. So yeah, that's literally legitimately what I believe. And I do think there is enough evidence out there to point to one of two options. The bug is back, which is probably a 10% chance, or the crust is out there pretending to be the bug, which I think most likely the crust is being the bug. Now, that is true. That right there, the evidence that backs that up is because, isn't it weird that LB is saying that she got 2 privacy strikes just a short time after I complained about having a privacy strike from her? Weird, right? I'm just saying, when these, you'll notice there is a pattern with certain people that operate out there, and that pattern is on point to them taking things like what I just said and making it a reality. So before I get going further, because I will forget, you guys know what day it is? It is the 29th. Well, kind of. It's actually almost the 30th. It'll be the 30th later tonight. And that means we've got one day until the 1st. For those of you who do support us, that's the best time to do it. You know, right before the 21st or right before the 1st is the best time if you want to, is what I'm saying, if you choose to. Some of you out there say, yo, Uni, if, share your link when you need it, and that'll tell us when, to consider donating to you. So I'm going to share it in the chat right after I make this speech, but don't worry, it's completely optional, and all it does is help us keep doing what we do. Make sure you can, for free, support us through liking, sharing, and subscribing, especially when we're yellow signed like we are right now. The best thing to do is share the stream to some of the peeps or in Discord servers or wherever, so that we get the peeps knowing that we're live, because the yellow sign means we're going to get about 90% less notifications that go out tonight. And that's why I might restart this stream in a little bit. I don't know, though. I don't know. Yeah, I know, busy. It's like I've been mollied. I know, right? Back to it. Oh, I got to type it in the chat. Also, I'll be giving you guys some rocks here pretty soon. Since we are yellow signed, if I can't get YouTube to fix that here in the next little bit, I might, when I restart, I'm going to give you guys rocks before I restart the stream, or before I figure out what I'm doing. So don't start going crazy for the rocks yet. I'll let you know when you got about 30 seconds before I pay you, but it'll be in just a little bit. Okay, so why is it that I am wanting to track Aaron Carter theories that go out? It's because it's pretty rare for us to have a bead, a line straight in to a person attempting to share or create those types of theories. The very beginning of them trying to do it. It's almost like when we had the culprit for the death hoax. It's very rare to know exactly, to have live streamed so that we can go and grab it and put it together, every bit of something that happened. And because the first Aaron Carter theory that leaked from Molly's patron, we saw it, it's a very rare thing for us to have that information. So I just think it's probably a good thing to try to track it, because we might be able to grab when it's shared certain places and then be able to, show evidence and track it back to where it came from, since we know where the origin point was. Now, that doesn't mean it'll be a guarantee, but it definitely means we have that chance. So we're going to keep our eyes open for the Aaron Carter theories that go out. And I don't think there is a coincidence on the planet in this area. So when they go out and you notice that Molly is pushing the Aaron Carter theory, And then you notice that one of her buddies who claims to not talk to her or work with her anymore and has completely disavowed her, named LB, starts pushing it in every different way she can, or in certain, you know, or starts talking about it in every different way she can. That's when I think there's no completely went blank on the word I was looking for. There's no coincidences. There it is. And I do think that, yes, it's because one thing that we continually see when people band together on YouTube and then decide that they're going to allow their community leaders to try and do these kind of skeezy things behind the scenes that typically would, you know, get them in trouble with the platforms, we notice that the things that they continue to talk about end up getting in their heads. And then when they go out on the internet, just like in that last little thing I brought up about the bug, right? When they're out there saying something, it gets in their head. When they hear something, it gets in their head. And when they decide, because they cannot be creative, remember, the reason they're in this boat to begin with is because they don't have a creative bone in their body. If they did, they'd be able to create content that they bring you. So because they can't create content, they're forced to do what they do with the clickbait and all the other things. And it relates to when they're trying to pull these types of weird theories and these types of weird things that are going on. When they try to pull from them, they're not going to create something new most of the time. When they do sometimes, but the likelihood is actually that they're going to grab something that's been going on around them or something they've been hearing a lot of. So I think that what we're seeing is a little bit of a leakage out from where they're doing their thing, talking about Aaron Carter, talking about the murmur theory, knowing that they're actually having people pay attention to the things they say and do about the Aaron Carter theory. In my opinion, it's what's making them choose to keep going with the Aaron Carter thing. At this point, now in my live chat, this is why I need y'all. I would love for you guys to give me some proof or some kind of clue. I even will settle for a clue. I don't care about proof. I'll settle for a clue. Something that would actually state that Aaron Carter experienced this, that he could have been murmured over him, you know, being in a bathtub and doing what we know he was doing with those cans, right? And we even have people close to Aaron basically admitting somewhat publicly, and then it getting shared around by people, that it was him huffing. But now we've got people that are rushing out to try and bring you the proof that Aaron actually had this crazy circumstance. So, okay. Anyway, let's keep moving here. So we've got... Oh, I got new stuff already. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Let me give you a picture of because this is in my room here. So this is the picture that she's using for her stream right here. Okay. This is wild. Join me live to discuss Aaron Carter murmur ? Man admits on Insta live to doing it. Now, here's the deal. Here's the thing. Typically, when people admit to these kind of things, they don't do it recorded live on Insta unless they're clout chasing. Do we know that this guy is from the same area as him? Do we know that he was in the same area? Have you done any fact checking on it? I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm not going to go deep on it. I don't care to go deep on it. I just don't like it. So we've got the privacy complaint thing. We've got the Aaron Carter having his ashes spread. And then I put out a tweet. Actually, I'm not going to show it to you, but you'll hear about it, I'm sure. So hold on. We got even more of this stuff. So here is something Kathy P found. Now, it's a lot of stuff, so I'm going to want to be really kind of like chill. I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you because I don't want to bore you. It's just a whole bunch of garbage. It's a post from LB. I think it's her did I not share it in the... Probably didn't, did I? Molly says she banged Aaron. Just saying. I've heard that. Is his name spelled Arron or Aaron? Let me know so I can commit it to memory, okay? So anyway, it's taking this shit so long to load, man. It's pissing me off. Let me load it ahead of time. So let's look at this first one. So basically, as you know, we talked about in our last stream some things that were going on with LB. Because LB is having that same kind of... It's almost like she has a breakdown in the same way that other people we know have breakdowns around Christmas. Now, they just got called out, LB and her husband, if you saw the coverage from not just me, but other people, they got called out for Christmas e-begging. They were saying that they needed people to dono because they were guilt tripping them because they got 6 kids and all this stuff and that they're broke and everything else, and talking about how they didn't make a bunch of money off Dre and they don't know what anyone's talking about. And even though they just bought a brand new car like the month before she started talking about Dre and a 2021 Range Rover, she needs you guys to front the bill for the Christmas and her family and stuff like that. So she got a lot of heat, and I do think that she felt guilty, or at least did she feel guilty about the fact that she got the heat? And did she feel guilty for doing it, or did she feel guilty because she got busted out doing it and people criticized her? I don't know. But this is an event that led to her vet bashing me, number one, more than she did the first time, because she just so happened to do that Christmas e-begging right after she vet bashed. This not only coincides with her having more of a breakdown, doing more vet bashing and stuff like that, but it also coincides with her losing a significant number of her members. And take that as you will, but it is true. I'd say around 12%, 10, maybe 10% or more, right around that area. So why are you throwing rocks at UNIRACHEL, Green Frog? Well, do me a solid, UNIRACHEL. Catch those rocks and bring them to me, and I'll give them to the people. I'll give them back to the people. Green Frog came up with the best nickname. I wish I could tell you who it was for. Maybe you guys can type it in the chat so that the peeps can see. But it is by far the best nickname I've ever seen for someone in my life. All right. So LB has a breakdown, and I believe she posted it to the community tab. Yeah, I think it was the community tab. So it's a community tab breakdown, and she got a bunch of comments. Now, what's interesting about this is LB decided to heart certain comments. So now remember on our last stream, we were talking about, I started to play video games, and we started to talk with Lauren and everybody else about what had happened with LB and Katie, and LB claiming that she sued the police on her stream and all this stuff. Well, there were 2 stories that LB put out, and it's a reason why a lot of people were upset with her, or maybe didn't believe her. She put out 2 stories. Her first story was that it was fake, not that it wasn't real, it was chalk dust. And that's why with the cops messing up when they tested it, the cops tested it and it came back and showed that it wasn't chalk dust until they sent it to the lab and it got tested and all this garbage, she sued them. And this is her story. This is what she has said. And that's what gave her the ability to sue the police and get all this money. So why do a lot of people not believe her? Because she has spread another theory. She has spread the theory that these it was actually real, and it was planted by Katie. Now, this is something that she had done like right after Katie started to share the fact that this happened to Leslie, because Leslie started to attack Katie's child, saying that Katie faked her son's illness by having Munchausen's. Everybody remembers this. I even have video clips of it in my Versus Mode Part 2 video near the end. And so after Leslie accused Katie of, it was a big cat fight. I'm going to describe a cat fight. I think both of them exposed themselves. Katie and Leslie both exposed themselves by having this cat fight. But Katie exposed her ability or her desire to go in and look things up on people when she gets mad at them, not when it's a story or not when it matters, when she gets mad at them, and then share that private information or public information, but either way, something that she shouldn't be looking up just because she's arguing with somebody, and then share it to have leverage in the fight in a way to cancel. And that's what Katie exposed about herself. Leslie exposed that she's a vindictive, pathological liar, because after Katie had shared this, Leslie came back and said that it wasn't chalk dust, it was real, and that Katie had planted it in her car. Now, I don't like bringing that up today. I didn't want to bring it up. In fact, I tried not to talk about this on the last stream about LB. Though, because I was given this, I have to talk about that. LB has lied to her audience and made them think that this whole thing was her having it planted in her car. And she has claimed, oh, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I said that the cops messed up and I sued them. Then why are you hearting this today? Love you, Leslie, sending positive. Oh, I'm sorry. It sounds like somebody planted something and she gives it a heart and 6 people give it a thumbs up, because these are 6 people that helped spread the lie that Katie herself had to in order to frame Leslie. This is, by the way, only after Leslie got mad at Katie. Katie, all of a sudden now, had not only illegally purchased narcotics, but then planted them in Leslie's vehicle and then called the cops and said, you got to pull over this vehicle. But the problem is her story didn't match, because she admitted she got pulled over because she left a place that was of ill repute that the police were looking at, and that's why she got pulled over. Her story doesn't really match up. But look, the only thing I want to show you is she likes to sit and act like if you talk about her and you talk about what she publicly talks about, that you're a bad person and you deserve to be VETBashed. You deserve to be all like framed as somebody who plants things. Like every time she gets vindictively mad at somebody, the story evolves to where that person that criticized her, whether it's inappropriate, like what Katie did, in my opinion, what Katie did was inappropriate because she released the information because of a battle with her, or appropriate, like when I criticized Leslie recently for what she did to Dre, her part in that whole thing before running away cowardly when she realized that criticism was finally coming for them. She wasn't willing to stand on what she had said for the last 2 months once the criticism came in. Remember, she ran off and all of a sudden it was bad if you criticize her. So I just want to let you know that she is still spreading the lie that this thing was planted in her vehicle. But how does that make sense when your official story, the one that you sit and complain and cry about, is that it wasn't real, that it was that the police made a mistake testing it, in the car thing, and that's why you got to sue them. So also, I started to think, why is she pushing different versions of the story and different details about the story when something happened like her making a lot of money off the situation? Wouldn't she just want to tell the truth about it, if she's even allowed to talk about it at all, which she's already admitted she's not, but she's told us everything about it anyway? But again, wouldn't you think that she would just tell the truth when she talked about this instead of entertaining these types of things? That's because some of the people in Leslie's audience are in on her content with her. What I mean by that is they know when Leslie's lying, and they know that Leslie's lying to trick people in the audience to go spread the lie around. It's a form of defamation, and it's where multiple people are in on the defaming content. So some of them know that Leslie basically has one version of a story, whatever they believe it is, out of the millions of things that she says about something. They'll believe one version of the story, but they'll know that they should go around and spread this kind of stuff because Leslie gives them attention for it. She rewards them for it. So what happened with this post? And if I'm going to show you this much, shouldn't I at least show you a little bit of the rest of it? Well, it's kind of boring, but if you want me to, I will. You'll have to tell me in the live chat if you want me to. It's a little bit boring, so I don't know. You tell me, and I want to talk to you guys for a minute before we go any further. I want to know what you guys have seen, what you want me to talk about, and I need to decide whether I'm going to be restarting this stream or not to deal with the yellow sign that I still have. And of course, that's why the peeps aren't in here yet, so... Oh, you guys want me to? Okay, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Hey, Vagabond Mike. I was hoping to see some of my peeps since it's a little early. Good to see you, buddy. I went live a little early so we kind of get to hang. Okay, well, we'll go into it. We'll definitely go into it. All right. Hey, Dad, what's up? Good to see you. Hey, Sheba. Hey, Hope. Hey, Spoonie. I'm curious about the Flava stuff, honestly. Well, the Flava stuff is a big fight that happened between Michelle and Flava and Molly, and then all the claims that are circulating. Flava's been getting mad at people who type things in my live chat. Like, she'll read something that someone says in my live chat, and then if she doesn't like it, she'll take a screenshot of it and she'll go out to Twitter or somewhere, maybe it's her community tab, and she'll post what that person said and then blast them and say, that's not true or something. So, you know, here's what I want to say to Flava, to not only Flava, but of course to everyone that we talk about. You are more than welcome to correct anything that you want. If like my chat says something it's not true about you, I'll correct it up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll help you out. I'm not this bad guy that people keep making me be. Now, do I think Flava's going to take me up on any kind of, even though Flava used to send me all kinds of information back when she was against the fraud raiser, will Flava, you know, communicate with us in any way? Will she like hang out around here at all or anything like? I doubt it. And the reason most likely is because if Molly notices her around me, Molly gonna give that the axe. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna axe that shit. She's gonna cut that down. Hey, Ninja, good to see you. Good. Are you rolling around on those socks? I love it. I love it. With sliding. So you're like running and then you're stopping really quick, but because you got socks on and because the floor is a little bit slick, you're kind of sliding. Okay, got it. Also, I've got something for you guys. One thing I like to do when I find a new video game that's really fun, or a movie or a series that I really like, is to let you guys know and shout it out. So Rachel and I, we had kind of a family day yesterday, I told you, remember? One thing that we did later on was watch Hot Tub Time Machine. And like, I'm telling you, I know everybody gives this show like a lot of crap. They say it's really bad. I thought it was really good. The second time, because I watched it when it came out and I just watched it again, and I thought it was really funny. It was hilarious. It's got Chevy Chase in it. Also, after that, I had searched Hot Tub Time Machine on Google, and I was reading about it, and it mentioned The Hangover, and I was like, huh, well, I'm gonna turn The Hangover on. I didn't get to watch all of The Hangover because I ended up falling asleep. But it was hilarious, and I haven't seen The Hangover, Hangover 2, or any of that since it came out. So yeah, I think, you know, we need to talk about it. I think we need to maybe upload a video, not here live, but upload a video talking about some good movies, some good shows to watch now, because a lot of the new stuff that's coming out is just really bad. So anyway, I don't want to ramble. I don't want to, you know, hey, well, you know it, Ninja. Hey, I know. I don't want to bust you, but no, awesome. But before so we're going to go ahead and jump into Leslie Bass's insane community post. You guys are going to get me in trouble, and I love it. But before I go there, I'm just going to be sharing my dono link until I get a dono, guys. And so I know I've been sharing it for a couple days, but when I get a dono, I'll shut up about it. Because it's the end of the month, and it's just one of the best times to support us if you want to. So it's paypal.me/unirock now. Let's get, or if you have Snapchat, no. Chat, the other one, it's _UNIRACHEL. You can find all that in the description, of course. So here we go. I don't know if I'm prepared for this, guys. I don't know if I'm prepared for this. All right, let's do it. Hey, Juliet, good to see you. Okay. Yes, CASHAPP. Thank you, Deb. Yes, CASHAPP. UNIRACHEL. Yes. So, she went back and forth over whether she should address me being arrested this past Saturday. Oh, this is from then? Oh, I see. So earlier when I talked about this is actually from when it happened. Okay. My words somehow get twisted, so I'm kind of weary to even say anything, but I know I have a lot of loyal supporters that are probably confused right now. So for y'all, I'll give this statement. Listen, again, I don't shame anybody, and when this happened, I defended Leslie. I'm going to hold my same opinion. I'm still going to hold my same opinion about what happened with Leslie, whether it was her. She's got two versions of the story. The first is that it was chalk dust. The cops tested it. The test was like bad or something, and it caused her reputation to be damaged. So she sued the cops. They came up with an NDA where she got paid and couldn't talk about it, even though she talks about it all the time. The second story is that KJ put on a ninja outfit, flew in a helicopter, and then while she was driving, she dangled from the bottom of the helicopter, came in through the roof, you know, the little sunroof thing, and dropped the real drugs into her car, and then, like, you know, went back up the helicopter and like went away to go live so she looked like she didn't do anything wrong. Traveled 1,000 miles back home, went live in Minnesota, and like, I didn't do anything. I wasn't riding a helicopter, yeah. And then Leslie got pulled over due to Katie calling it in, and the cops ended up grabbing it or something. So whatever happened, Leslie was dealing with a lot of stuff back when all this hit. She was dealing with a lot of really bad stuff. And I don't care if you're arguing with me on the internet or not. I don't think anybody should blame her for the content of this post. I don't think you should look down on her for it. And yeah, I just think that that's just something we shouldn't do. But we do need to read it because it'll show you something that I think is very important that's been kind of focused upon. She had a story that one of her friends were an addict and they left it in the car, said Kelly. Yeah, there was a bunch of stories. I know. I remember. Somebody brought me like different versions, like clips of all of them, and wanted me to do a video on it. And I declined back then because of the subject matter. You know, I've been clean myself for over 10 years. And I know what it does to you. I know what it's like. And I don't shame people. I don't think people are bad people that have an addiction problem, because I think that like a huge percentage of all of us do. And I think that people who get clean, even if they only get clean for a couple years or something, or if they've only been clean for a year, I think that's a great thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's anything I think you should be happy. You should be able to say it. I've been off that shit for a year, 2 years, whatever it is. However you've done, whatever you're doing, I think you should be happy about it. And I think that when you are, it actually helps you stay that way. You know, because you can inform people that you meet, you can inform people that you're around. If you get into a social situation and, you know, you can tell people beforehand, listen, if anything like that happens, let me know, because I'm going to leave if you guys do that. No hate, nothing, but I'm just telling you, I can't be around any of it. So anyway, let's get into it real quick. I'll give the full story soon. There's too much more to it. Right now, I'm doing the things I need to do to prove that I've done nothing wrong. I was not charged with speeding. I was not running or fleeing the PO. I pulled over when I saw them. I don't want to go into it, but anyway. I do have tinted windows, which could be why I didn't see them the second they turned the lights on. So, okay, good. She admits here that she drove for a long time before pulling over. Okay. I was given multiple answers, then asked where they got behind me and how long they'd been behind me. Why does that matter? Like, what? Who cares? Like, deal with it. I still don't know how long they were behind me. I checked my mirror several times. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to act like it was an accident that you, like, plead. Okay. I fully cooperated with them, given several field sobriety tests, which I passed. I was not charged with being under the influence of anything, and I asked to be drug tested. I called the DA yesterday. I was told I'd be able to get access to the dash cam and body cam footage, which I will show that I wasn't speeding or under the influence of anything, and I was cooperating with the police. I don't understand why you feel a need to say this. None of that would end up even proving anything you're saying, so I don't know. So you're saying the officers didn't drug test you? Well, they told me they would give me one, but didn't. I decided I'm going to have a full hair follicle test done so I can prove to the judge and everybody I do not do drugs. Whatever they found in my car was sent off to a lab to be tested. I do not believe it to be drugs at all. If it is, then it's something else, someone else's. Just like everyone else, I have people that I know and I suffer from addiction. A few of those people have been in my car. Yada, yada, yada. What I know is I don't do drugs. My husband does not do drugs. Yada, yada. I'll believe it about you. I'll believe it about you. You know what I'm saying? When I can't tell you all the details of what happened to make everybody wonder what happened that night because none of it makes sense. I'm praying very hard the truth will come out. You shouldn't have did that. This is my real life. And ever since that ridiculous YouTube drama popped off, my life's been turned upside down and bad things keep happening to me and my family. Well, I'm sorry, but try not lying the whole time. Try not to lie on other people. Try not to affect other people with your lies. And then things won't happen to you as bad when this stuff happens. So I'm not going to read all of it. So so here's where she starts the conspiracy. I don't know if this situation has anything to do with that drama. And right now I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm definitely looking into everything. So remember, when she has something like this happen, she tries to tie it to YouTube and tries to blame it on people on YouTube. And this is very dangerous and nasty. I ask my supporters to please wait and see what happens before coming to any conclusions, because one thing I can prove is that I don't do drugs. A hair follicle test goes back for 1 year. It doesn't go back for a year. It goes back for like a certain amount of time and all that. And the thing is, how does anyone trust you? Like, how does anyone trust that, like, if you did it and it came back positive, you wouldn't tell anyone, you just fake it. You're known for faking these things. Like, I don't care if you're doing them or not. You're an adult. It doesn't matter. Okay? But anyway, like, people can tell just by the way you act, by the way. So act like you're good and you'll be good. But okay. So this is what gets me. I learned that people I talk to and trust do not have my best interest at heart. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I was telling you that for months before any of this happened. I found that out I found out my every word to certain people is going right back to someone else. For that reason, I will not be talking to anyone else. Well, you did. It's completely ridiculous that people do stuff like this and pretend to be your friend just to go back and repeat everything you say. That's you. You're describing yourself. If you support me and reach out and I don't respond, don't take offense to it. Well, once you get to a certain size, you can't reach out to people. Once your channels are at a certain size, if you did try to respond to it, you would be overwhelmed. You'd be flooded. So that it's, you know, maybe it's because back then she was smaller. Even if I had to make a post like this, but I do feel that people that supported me deserve to at least hear from me what happened. Thank you to the tons of people that have reached out and continue to support me. I can tell you how much it means to me, especially at this time. And the reason we're looking at this is, of course, to look at the things that people have said to her and then her responses, because it really does tell you a lot about LB. And yes, this is back when she was Leslie Bass. This is her channel back then. She has continually lied on me and said that me calling her Leslie Bass is doxing her. She's just a really malicious individual. So anyway, someone says, sorry to hear you're going through a rough patch. Maybe it'll help you understand others, and perhaps you should stop airing others' dirty laundry and spread positively. What you put out always comes back. So this is one of the best pieces of advice to her. Back then, she was way worse than she is now. And I think it's because she's more careful now that she's gotten a little bigger. But either way, I haven't aired anyone's dirty laundry. You're just straight up lying. I have video clips that are in videos from back then where you are just attacking and screaming and yelling and acting like a psychopath, yelling about other people's dirty laundry. So I don't know what you mean here, but okay. I've tried to end this stupid feud several times. Yo, you have you? Defending yourself and airing dirty laundry is different. Not when you're lying, LB. The way this crap first started was because I was called a disgusting human being. You are, though. You really are. At least you act like one on the internet. I'm talking about your internet person, which says nothing about your real life persona. God knows how you are there. For some reason, you are disgusting here. You're a vet basher, a pathological liar. You're someone who expects everyone out there to let you get away with murmur, literally. Then you go around and lie that other people are committing murmur and then get offended when someone's like, you're being a hypocrite. I don't know how to get through to people like this. I don't think you can, but I'm starting to see that they all have certain things in common. They have certain things in common, and in my opinion, that's what leads them to act how they act. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Before that, I never even said one word about this person, so that's just a straight lie. Since that's been nothing but immature childish drama, yeah, from you. I don't dig into someone's finances to air to my followers. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. In your own language, yes, you do. That's me mimicking her if you haven't seen the clip, but okay. I don't dig into someone's I've talked about my experience with someone and I told how I felt about the person. I never tried to ruin anyone of air dirty laundry. I'm not a mean person at all. Don't forget the Cash App, UNIRACHEL. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Navy. Thank you. And I did share that earlier. Oh, you're saying where I pasted it? Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. I really appreciate you. I'm just going to be straight out. I'm going to be straight up. If you don't know, I'm going to get me a Red Bull. I know that makes people mad. I'm just telling you. Okay. So you know now why I'm sharing it in my stream. Okay. She says, I'm not hating. Are you insinuating someone from this YouTube drama has planted drugs in your car? I'm not insinuating anything yet, but I'm looking at everything right now. Yes, she did not only insinuate that, literally came out and said that that was true about her drama enemy at the time, someone that she was mad at. The people that support you deserve the truth, Leslie. My God, now you're insinuating it's the police and possibly Katie who are against you. Pull up your big mama pants of your big mama of six pants and start being real for once. Look at the cameras all you want. I believe you have a huge, real problem. So this is other good advice. So you got arrested for no reason, then I'm lost. You're saying you did nothing wrong. You pulled over when you saw them and didn't have drugs. So why did you get arrested then? No trolling, I'm really asking. No heart, no response. I never comment on these videos. I've went back and forth watching both sides. What I can say is my gut keeps telling me there's something off on the other side. I've known people like that and they can be dangerous with their lies. If I had to choose who's being truthful in all this, I would choose your story. Now, I don't believe this person wrote this. I think this is, you know, a planted comment because I don't think any human being is this empty-headed, but I'm a Virgo and usually are always right with my gut feelings anyways. I pray you get this all worked out. Oh, and I might add the timing of all this is very suspect also. Good luck. Now look at this. Look at what she comments. Look at this. Normal people, people that are like not out of their damn minds, do not, you know, encourage this kind of thing. Very unhealthy. It shows that something, whatever's been going on with her has gotten worse since then because that's why that's why she vet bashes. It's why she does this stuff. I don't want to go into the vet bashing thing, so let's just keep moving. What was the probable cause for them to search your vehicle? They had to have, because if you don't pull over when they try to pull you over, they have the right to. Just so you know. I mean, I have no clue why you'd even have to ask. They tried to pull her over. She kept going for like a really long period of time and then finally did. And she got in a lot of trouble. So I don't know what you mean. And by the way, that's also why I don't believe that she personally, just my opinion, don't believe that she made all this money out of the whole situation. I don't believe it. Police just happened to pull you over and you haven't done anything wrong and find drugs. This has to make sense. I find it appalling that you want us to believe you never did anything wrong. Thank you for the update, sending positive vibes to you and your family. That gets a heart. What's next? How does having a normal life turn into all this? I don't think she meant to. I don't think she read that right when she hearted it. Sounded like somebody planted something. That got a heart. By the way, I don't believe that these are real comments, just so you know, the ones that are like this. I love you, Leslie, sending positive vibes. Sorry, man, just my opinion. Sounds like BS. You seem to have an excuse for everything. You weren't speeding. Then you're not sure if the drugs are drugs. They most definitely send any type of street drug to the lab to test to see exactly what the drug is. So that's totally normal, and I do believe. Then even to bring this YouTube drama and trying to allege that it somehow had something to do with it is absurd. Someone just broke into your car and planted them. A hair follicle test would be kind of pointless since there are so many products that you can now use to clean urine, blood, and also hair of all drugs. A trip to the GNC store would do the trick, so I don't think that's necessary. I agree. My car windows are tinted on all 3 vehicles, and I most definitely could tell if I was being... So there you go. This is just a little bit of a blast from the past. I'm really glad that Kathy put that. I'm really glad Kathy grabbed that. Because I don't know if Leslie told people that I was lying on her in my last stream. I don't know what she's telling people, but definitely she's been saying something about me that's not true. So when my supporters come in and they're like, listen, this proves that you weren't lying about Leslie blaming people for planting stuff in her car from YouTube because it's right here. Yeah, I feel like it's probably necessary for me to read it if I am being lied on, attacked, and all of that from someone. And this brings us to, I guess, a little bit of a standstill, because what I want to say to you is that this is the internet. People literally can just say anything. So people that are going out there and trying their hardest to convince you of things, there are so many tricks they can play on you. And what I think you should do is find people out there that don't try to convince you of things. They may try to explain what they think or explain themselves or explain where they're coming from, and they may do it passionately. But someone that's trying to convince you of something is someone who is using tactics that will shut up the other side, or they're using tactics that will cover for the fact that they're not making sense or that they're doing something wrong. And in the end, of course, you know, we'll just be sitting here scratching our heads wondering what in the hell is going on. So what do I think happened with Leslie? Personally, I think Leslie, I think Leslie just... We all recognize she went through a lot of stuff. We recognize she was having a lot of problems, and we all left her alone. We gave her a long period of time, hoping she'd get better and hoping that things would be right with her. And obviously, over the last, I don't know, couple months, seeing her get involved with Molly and seeing the choices that she's been making, she obviously has been... She's basically still the same Leslie, unfortunately. Maybe here in the next year or two, she'll stop putting all of her problems on other people. She'll stop trying to lie on other YouTubers, and maybe she'll stop doing this before she ends up destroying her channel's progress, you know, because unlike a lot of the people that you've seen who've been on the platform for a really long time, you'll notice that me and, you know, I could use the drunken peasants, I could use like a million other people, but we just get the process. We've been here. We know how it works. We know how YouTube. And until they've been on the platform consistently for a long period of time, and they've shown you don't just have to be here for a long period of time. You show that you can put out content. You show that you can give good takes. You show that you don't start trouble with other people. And you show that you're not going to be dishonest about things. And that's where she needs to start right now. It's not just uploading. It's not just being here, or else you're going to wind up where Katie is, and not the good parts of where Katie is. I mean the bad parts of where Katie is. Katie is an anomaly when it comes to her channel. So, you know, no one's going to end up replicating that, but you can replicate the fact that, you know, you can destroy what you do have and you can throw a cog in it. But let's go to the live chat and let me scan and see what you guys are saying before we figure out what else we're going to be up to. So let's take a quick look. Yeah, Jamie girl, she was back then. And that was back when her channel name was Leslie Bass. And this, combined with the fact that she put out a fake email that she made herself and put this fake email and tried to lie to everybody, combined with the fact that she was working with a lot of really just nasty, doxy, scummy people that people were telling her were giving her proof that she's working with scummy, doxy people, and she wouldn't listen to anyone. It all backfired on her. It really did. And she went and basically left her channel for like a while. And then when she came back, she changed her name to LB, as most of us know. And she had a chance for another start and actually started to gain subscribers because in the beginning, she seemed to be doing all right. I have no clue what the hell's going on with her now, but she's acting worse than the old Leslie Bass. She is acting worse than she used to be. And I hate to say it, but there was a chunk of time when it seemed like she was doing pretty good. So I have no clue. rockAlot, you need a join button, sir. I have one. Yeah, I have a join button. You might just not be able to see it on your device, but if you go to the front screen, it's right there. Front screen, it's right there. Got it all set up. Hey guys, and it's 20% off your first month's membership right now. So we've got a promo going where you get 20% off your first membership when you join. Of course, I'm not really pushing the joins because I'm pushing the PayPal tonight. You know that already. So we got Kathy. Kathy has uploaded this. LB and hubby Sean VETBashed and lie about it. So I put this on my community tab. And let me make sure that I share it on my Twitter also. So if you will, please give this a look. And I'm glad that Kathy uploaded this. And I just want to thank Kathy. Because, you know, when people do this kind of stuff because they're mad at me for busting a fraud raiser, and just so everybody knows, unlike LB and Molly, all the content is right there. You can see everything I said about these people and make up your own mind whether they had any kind of right to get mad at me, let alone the right to VETBash and act like they did. Because they did not. They didn't. I didn't do anything that should have gotten this response from LB or her hubby, as you know. But this is just a thing. I'm not going to play it because not tonight. Maybe here in the future, just because I'm not trying to go into any of the vet bashing stuff at all tonight. But I just wanted to thank Kathy. I think it's really nice of her, and I really do appreciate it very much. And I want to make sure I say that on stream and shout out Kathy's. Excuse me, shout out Kathy's channel. So you'll find Kathy's channel on my community tab. Let me take this sweater off and we'll get into this. We'll get even deeper. Oh, I got you on. It does that sometimes. It's okay. Yeah, and the thing about the Amber channel, I don't really necessarily look at any of her stuff right now because everybody already knows all about her, and she basically used to work with Sherelle's World, and any YouTuber that would work with her to any capacity is insane. Anybody out there that would give her any type of pass is out of their mind, and she can't even get mad at me for saying that. She cannot even get mad at me for saying that. Though I do have a lot more stuff inside these rooms. What in the world does this even mean? Something is going on. Something weird is going on with LB. What the hell? Thank you for choosing to watch my content. Hope to see you join the conversation. Please be respectful to members in chat as well as creator. You mean God? As well as creator? Not the creator? Or anything? Be civil and respectful. Disrespecting chat or Ellie will result in getting blocked. Oh no! If you disrespect her, it's going to result in her getting blocked? Oh no! That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Pretty hilarious. Join the Discord? Okay, I'll hook you up. Let me generate a link really quick for you, and I'll pull up some more stuff. Actually, I think we're going to continue watching the video that we were watching the other day. I know it's a little bit boring. Discord. Invite link right there. All right. So there's the Discord invite. So let's see if we are where we left off here.
Wrong. Are any of these three grifters asking about Dre's kids?
Okay. So, hey, Vagabond Mike taking advantage of that 20% off. Love it, buddy. So, this is where Leslie gets uber fantastical triggered. I broke this down yesterday, or I'm sorry, 2 days ago on stream, but we watched this part of it, and now we're going to watch a little bit of this part. I'm going to be skipping through it, and then we'll figure out what we're up to.
Wrong. Are any of these three grifters asking about Dre's kids and their necessities? I'm sorry, but Dre is MIA.
Now, I want you to break down what Leslie is saying, because I want to make a point here. So, of course, I'm not going to be picking on her or anything. I definitely want to make a point about what she does to other creators and why she does it, what triggers it, okay?
And I know.
So I want you to ask yourself, someone comes in and they call Molly, Justin, and LB Leslie grifters for lying about Dre and coming up with all of these insane theories and spreading them as if they were true with zero evidence. In fact, evidence to the contrary that they purposely ignored that would debunk them. So whenever someone would send them a link and say, this actually is what's true, they would ignore it, they would lie about it, they wouldn't show it, and then they would go even harder at trying to convince everybody that Dre is this horrible person. And they just did that because they had whipped everybody up into a hate campaign against Dre. And for those of you that were around in the beginning of the fraud razor busting, you saw that, but we have not seen this yet on this channel. And so I want to break this down for you. I think it's important. And I think that a lot more of Leslie's content definitely needs to be looked at from a critical or a commentary perspective. Because now she's not just a creator with 10 or 20,000 subs out there lying on people and it just having a small effect. She actually is turning into a Molly GoLightly. And it's not that she hasn't made that transformation. She has grown her moth wings and she has gone into the Molly GoLightly cocoon, and she has come out looking like a vampire bat, ready to fly around that graveyard looking for any story to jump on. And yes, I do think that's why she is choosing to hit the Aaron Carter story so hard. But anyway, take a look.
I don't feel like I ever attacked Dre. I just said I felt like Dre was mentally and emotionally abusive and controlling to Marvon.
So this is one of the things most people have an issue with. She lies in the same breath. I never attacked Dre. I just said she was controlling and abusive, which is an attack by definition. Now, unless you can pull up some kind of evidence to back why you say or think this, and show it to everybody, and don't think that I just haven't given her the opportunity. I've given her months of an opportunity to pull up the evidence that she used to determine that Dre was all these things. So
I felt like Dre kind of pushed him to do this.
But then, while reading the chat and getting more and more angry, and you can even tell she's fighting a smile while she's saying this, she then goes in to blame her for Marvon's suey. And there's only one other person on the internet that we have video recordings of saying that same thing, which is Molly. Okay?
You know, I felt like he was miserable. I mean, obviously, ain't nobody gonna try to hang themselves if they ain't miserable. So,
Actually, yeah, there's been many people that have just done it out of the blue when it seemed like they had perfectly happy lives. This is just a complete lie of a statement. There are people out there and they put on a face and they go out and they will have millions of dollars. They'll have like everything anyone could ever think that they want. Everybody could check on them and they could tell everybody and convince them that they're doing great and still do it.
the real question is,
Yeah, dead legato. Depression is a bitch. It's one of the worst things out there. And because what will happen is that depression will cause you to feel bad about your life, yourself. It'll question yourself, your looks, your self-confidence. And when other people say things, even if they're good things about you, if you're heavily depressed, it'll still depress you. You'll take what they're saying, oh, you look great today, and your mind, if you're really depressed, can twist it and make it seem like they're mocking you when they're not. You know, it's such a horrible thing.
it's who made Marvon that miserable? Why was he that miserable enough to try to kill himself?
Now, I don't want her or Molly to get away with saying this about Marvon and Dre. I don't think that LB can ever complain about another person criticizing her ever again. This is very destructive. It's very disgusting. And yeah, free speech, man. This is why I'm all for free speech. I want people to tell me what they think. I don't want them to hide it. I don't want them to lie about it. I don't want them to feel like if they tell me the truth about what they think, they're going to get canceled or something. I think that people should say how they feel, and then they should be criticized. People should criticize them for how they feel. We should use words to go against people's. We should use our words to prove how they're wrong. We should be able to express how they're wrong. So I think it's great that she was honest with us here.
My opinion is that it was Dre.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I want you to see what her audience is saying. Dang, she trolls and not even good. Most likely talking about LB, I would think. You don't owe anyone anything unless they saved your life. And the name of the account is Truly Honest. You don't owe anyone anything unless they saved your life. Well, Dre did save Marvon's life. So why isn't Leslie Dre not to basically, you know, they acted like Dre was trying to kill Marvon and poison him after Dre saved his life. Dre came out and stated that she was the only reason that he was still alive and on life supporting machines because the rest of his family wanted him taken off those machines. Molly wanted him taken off those machines. LB sat while Molly said this, shaking their head and agreeing. And then you've got the family of Marvon him off the machines. They said this. This is why Molly felt that way. And Dre is the one that wanted him on the machines and wanted him to live. And they all sat here and said that she was trying to murmur him. And it's all of those giant glaring facts that stare us in the face that make it and I know that my response to this is going to sound very similar to when Molly said it, but still, it's still the same thing. They still haven't done anything, right? They still haven't, come out and they haven't bothered to go grab a single clip to show us where they have reason to think what they think so that we can think it too. They just want to tell us to think it. And if we say, well, we're not going to think it without proof, then they attack us and lie about us and VETBash us and all the things you've seen them do.
True Crime T says Dre's kids got all the flax seeds they need. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, you shouldn't be sorry because lots of people eat flax seeds constantly. Yeah, I still can't understand that comment. I looked up flax seeds in the last stream because we listened to this clip of this before we went to the previous stuff in the last stream. I still can't understand where this flax seed comment comes from. This was 10 days ago.
But it was really, it was so...
Let me look at the exact day for you. It was, oh, it's only going to tell, it's not going to tell me the date. It was 10 days ago. You'll have to look at the calendar and crunch it because I thought it would tell me the date next to it, but it didn't.
Well, maybe listen to this old lady. You don't even have to entertain the stupidity. Comment.
No, she does need, she needs to entertain the stupidity coming out of her mouth. She needs to actually explain it and prove it. Now, if she doesn't want to prove it, that's perfectly fine. You know, we don't mind considering her very nasty and judgmental and a bad person. That's perfectly okay. So yeah, she doesn't have to explain herself. She doesn't have to show any proof for why she has her opinion. And she can just sit and say this all she wants, but you can't get mad if people don't think she's a good person afterwards.
On it the best way you can see it. But wait, see, that's the thing is I wasn't going to even say anything about it. I was just going to like, whatever.
So you were just going to lie to everybody and not say anything and just keep the fact that you agree with Molly after saying that you disavowed Molly and you stopped talking to her. It's weird though, because you hold the exact opinions that Molly does while saying that people who commented on the Molly issue with Dre shouldn't consider you in the same basket as Molly. But the problem is you are one of the only people on the internet who say whose opinion matches Molly absolutely. So you're showing more proof that you were being dishonest when you told us that you didn't agree with Molly, because you do agree with Molly to a very extreme degree.
But then people started getting upset that I was deleting them off my Facebook. Like people wasn't understanding. So I want people to understand.
We do. We understand that you like making stuff up if it makes you money. If it gets you a bunch of views, if it makes you money, if it'll get people to donate to a fraud raiser that you guys are all supporting, then you can just say whatever you want to say. We get it. We get it completely.
Understand the type of people that I'm dealing with. You know,
all true. True, Kendra. I do have issues with the diet. I don't eat it myself. You guys know that. The issue is that a lot of vegetarians do. And I looked up the statistics on vegetarians maybe like a month ago on stream. And like in one state alone, 30% of people are vegetarians. In other states, it can be anywhere from 20 to 10%. But most of the time, it averages out to about 15% to 20% of people in the United States are vegetarians. So if you look at the numbers, that's a lot of people. If that statistic isn't too low, I wouldn't think that statistic is too high. Like I think the statistic might be higher. I don't think it might be lower, but in the very least, it's a pretty good statistic to go by. We already know that millions of people are vegetarians. In the very least, millions of people are. So, you know, everybody knows I eat meat and I don't, you know, dig into that whole vegetarian side of things myself, but I live and let live, and I respect people who, you know, want to be one, right?
the people that have
Well, I don't know if I respect them. I do respect them, but I'll still make fun of being a vegetarian sometimes. So don't get offended if I do. It's just a joke when I do it.
been following
I make fun of meat eaters too, though.
my Facebook page for I don't even know how long these people have been on my Facebook page, like being little peeping toms at my Facebook page, you know.
Well, you're a peeping Tom. You're a window peeper. You support window peepers. You support doxers. You know, I don't think it's a coincidence that we had to warn you that you were working with abhorrent doxers years ago. And we had to warn you about a year and a half ago that you were working with abhorrent doxers, and you still did. And that you interact right now on social media with accounts that have literally just doxed people. And now you're interacting with Molly. And at the time when Molly is doxing people on stream in front of everybody, and we come in and we say, listen, if you don't agree with Molly doxing people like she has, here is a compilation. I uploaded a compilation of Molly doxing people in front of everybody, and I challenged her and another person who I won't mention due to their life situation right now. But I mentioned her and I challenged her, if you don't agree with it, since you were just gaining off of Molly and because you've been streaming with her and because you've been supporting her so vehemently, do you mind criticizing her and showing these clips? Because you're constantly trying to call people out, fight with people. Here, I've already done the work for you. Here are all the clips. I just want you to show the clips and give your take so we know if you do or not. So if you are against it, like she was trying to act like she was, let's see it. Let's see you put your money where your mouth is. Let's see you actually put these clips on your channel and show your audience what your friend has been doing, and then hear you speak against her doing it. And she wouldn't do it. She still hasn't done it to this day. And I still hold the challenge to her to go to UNIRACHEL 2 and grab that video, which should be the last one, and take it. She doesn't have to play me talking at all. She can clip the stuff out of it if she wants. Just show Molly and all the clips of her like viciously doxing people, stalking people, and sending her audience to harass people, and tell us whether you support it or not and how you feel about it.
No.
It's funny that she would call these people on Facebook peeping toms or peeping, because, you know, she is constantly going past that limit with others that she hangs with. Right?
Her income was diminished when 3 buttholes ran her off the internet. I don't feel like I ran her off the internet.
You don't feel like you ran her off the internet. So basically, you just don't care about reality. Like, you'll take Ray talking on a video, and you'll take the words she's saying, and you'll go out there and you'll blast them. But you won't blast her last 2 streams where she literally says that due to the actions of you guys, she has to take her lawyer's advice and stop streaming, which is the definition of you, because of what you and Molly and Justin did, running her off the internet because you lied about her. You just lied about her again and said that you still feel that she was doing these things to her kids, which you have kids. And how would you feel if someone just said that about you? You'd be furious. Yet it's okay to say these things about Dre. Now, if someone said it about you, you would say, I want the proof. I want them to prove it because it's not true. And you would be demanding that the person who said this about you come in and prove it. So why don't you have to prove the claims you just made that Dre is abusive towards Marvon and her kids and her family? Why do you not have to prove it? Let alone the fact that now you feel that you didn't run her off the internet. So you can do whatever you want. Like, you literally can be running someone off the road, but you didn't do it. It's almost like that last stream I did. I have $1 million in my pocket. Where is it, Leslie? It's not there. I said it. That's what you do. You just say things and they happen, so why can't I?
Do I feel like there were people that really went after her? Yeah. Do I feel like I was one of those people? I don't think so.
But you were doing worse than almost everyone else on the internet. You were doing things completely worse than some of the, like, if I looked at the entire internet, the whole internet, you and Molly and Justin are live together doing the worst content towards Dre. You are the worst of them. So if you didn't do it, no one must have. Who are you talking about? Who's done worse than you, Molly and Justin? And you all did it at the same time. You were streaming this together.
I've always been pretty, I try to see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So, I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but if this isn't proof that she is a pathological liar, right?
Saying, but the thing is...
And you can take the clips of her, Molly, and Justin doing this to Dre and literally put them next to her doing this here. And it's like, how does she just think that the people in her audience haven't seen it and that's why she feels like she can lie to them so directly? Like, I mean, it's kind of gross. It's kind of sad here.
I think more along the reason of why Dre was ran off the internet was...
Oh, great. Let's hear what actually ran her off.
Because she lived her whole life on the internet and then she lied, you know.
Okay, you just made a claim. You said Dre lied. So tell us how she lied. Tell us where she lied.
Her husband tried to kill himself, went into a coma. She told everybody he went into a coma due to seizures. She lied.
She didn't say it was due to seizures. I have the video. She said that he was in a coma. She didn't even really state why. So, and she doesn't owe you that. She's allowed to tell you, you are not owed her at all telling you what happened. You're not owed that. Now, it's pretty obvious why Dre didn't tell us what happened to Marvon, because of you and Molly and Justin doing what you did. And if I go look out there, there aren't other people doing it. It's you guys. You guys do it. Yeah, some other smaller channels take what you guys are doing and they copy it. You all were the narrative. Sure, Katie was too, but you guys were the narrative. Katie, though, she went and apologized for what she said and did and corrected it. And she does deserve some criticism and she'll get it. But the point is, it's your turn, right? What about you lying? So you can sit here and say that you feel like Dre abused her kids and her husband, and you are okay doing this because you just said it. You said it in this clip, and you're allowed to do this because, in your opinion, she lied to everybody. In your opinion, she lied. It wasn't that she was trying to protect her and her family from a bunch of grifters or a bunch of buttheads, and I'm using the comments that she's reading. She's reading these comments and then responding. So that's what the comments said, not me. But I do agree that you guys did what you did to Dre to grift. It was a grift. Because I can't find a shred of proof that backs up your take. And I've been looking for months. I haven't just been looking for a week. That's why we're able to do the content now, is because I've actually checked everything. And I can come in and say, where is it? Where is the videos? The last video that someone gave me, we went and looked up the stream it came from, and it was completely chopped up, and it was a lie. It wasn't true. And we wonder, who did that? We keep wondering who went and deceptively edited those streams to make Dre look like she was abusing her kid, because you and Molly are the only ones that are still pushing it. You and Molly are pushing it to this day, and there are a bunch of videos out there that back up your narrative that are fake. We've proven them fake. You can go watch our stream on it. And we went and found each of the clips that were in this deceptively edited clip, and those of you that were there for it know that it was bad, because they were saying that she was starving her kids while during the stream that they pulled the clip from, they are feasting non-stop. Just mountains of food being made for 4 people. No joke. And they made the narrative by deceptively editing it down that they were starving the kids. Not they. I'm sorry, that Dre was, even though Marvon was cooking and doing everything too. Somehow he wasn't. We all know that when they say it about Dre, they're saying it about Marvon. Also, they tried to use the deceptively edited stream to try to make the claim that she was abusing the kids, not just starving them, abusing them. And what they had done is they took one of the kids wanting more pop or more of a drink. And Marvon and Dre, in fact, Marvon was doing it more than Dre, but both Marvon and Dre were telling the kid to go get water himself, which is their decision. They're allowed to tell their kid to go get their own drink, since they, drank down the, sugar water that he had, or whatever it was. But lemonade, I don't know what it was. But the point is, instead, they clipped out Marvon. They clipped out the kid to where just the kid was asking for it. And then they clipped a part where Dre, the kid had asked like a shit ton of times, and Dre snapped at the kid. Well, not even that bad. Not even that bad at all. And they'd taken the kid asking and then Dre snapping, deceptively edited it together. Now, the problem with that is that even if you look at that clip, it's not abuse in any way, shape, or form, but yet she still believes it. It's Griffsmith's time. She had to get her views up to afford things, says Nunya. I believe it. I believe it. Speaking of Christmas time, I want to order something to eat. So I'm going to share my pay link at paypal.me/unirock. I'm trying to come up with the different things that I can tell you I want to do with your dono. I'm running out of stuff. I'm just going to say Red Bull next time, okay?
She lied. And then when the parents came out and
I used Red Bull, I've used vape, and now I've said I'm going to order something to eat. Let's just stick with Red Bull.
put up a big stink and it came out that she lied, everybody was like, what's happening? What? She lied? And then all these things started coming out that made people look at her a different way.
So I'm glad that you admit when someone lies. Now, the person actually has to lie, right? It's not like, you know, that post I showed from you telling 4 different stories about one event. It's not like that's lying. No, you can't use that event that I lied about 5 different times because, yeah, what if Dre would have been pulled over and that happened to her? Could you imagine what LB would be saying? She's a horrible person because she got pulled over. She didn't stop for the police. She had crack in her car or whatever the hell it is. She would be losing her mind, coming to a million determinations if Dre would have had that happen. But when it happens with LB, it's a big setup. Come on, LB. You've just never had anybody criticize your content. You've managed to scare people away with acting like you do, or you've managed to guilt them away by acting like you're too nice or something. And your content is riddled with this shit. Riddled with it.
And they wanted answers. Like, hey, why did you lie about that?
You don't deserve answers. What makes you deserve answers about what happened to Marvon? She didn't lie, by the way. I want you to prove that she lied. You won't prove anything that comes out of your mouth. Somehow, Dre has to... Dre didn't tell anyone what happened to Marvon. Like, Dre didn't explain it even in her last video. People ended up finding out what happened to him, but I don't recall Dre explaining it. I'd have to go back and rewatch her video, but I'm almost positive she didn't. She didn't tell people he had seizures from what I can recall. You guys can correct me in the chat. But even if Dre had said that he fell off the Empire State Building, you know, she said it because you guys lie about it. She had a feeling people like you, Leslie, Molly, and Justin were going to take it and run with it to try to make money off of it. And that's exactly what you guys did. You lied about it. You lied about her to make money off of it. And everybody's been coming to you and Molly and Justin asking for proof because you guys keep saying you're innocent. And now here we are months down the road. And instead of you giving us proof, you did this. Instead of you proving your innocence like you expect Dre to, you do this. Letitia told everybody, says Nunya. Letitia did. Well, I know they spoke about his seizures. I don't ever recall Dre blaming the seizures for his accident. His incident, I meant to say. I don't recall that. But you know what? I do remember Letitia doing it because Letitia and her family found out what happened to Marvon and then went to the police and got the police report. And that's how it got out, is what I recall. Now, you can correct me in the chat, but that's what I remember. Grace said constantly the cause of his TBI was private and she wasn't going to share what happened, says Nunya. That's what I remember. So Leslie just gets up here and just, is she just, tell me in chat, you have to tell me. I don't, Nunya, anybody in the chat, is she just lying then? Because I remember Dre keeping it private the whole time. Exactly, Cherish. I don't think it was anyone's business. I think because of these desperate people, they have a reputation, including LB, for lying about stories that involve very severe things to make money. Molly has that reputation. They all do. And that's why when one of these tragedies happens to a famous influencer, they don't want to share it because they know these people are going to lie about it and make money. And what happened? Exactly what Dre thought would happen. The reason that Dre kept it private, they ended up proving Dre right, but they're still sitting here calling her a liar because this is new. This is just from 10 days ago. This is her trying to deflect all the criticism. Called deflection. I had seizures for a year before I was finally diagnosed with epilepsy. Why do people feel they need info on his medical health? Exactly, Shopaholic. They're creepy window peepers, but she just called her audience window peepers. Yes, LB did lie. She's a compulsive liar and schemer. I agree, Army Wife. I agree. I believe she first came out, all Dre said was Vaughn had a brain injury. Then the police report came out and she said she wasn't going to discuss it. That's what I believe. That's what I remember, Mimi. That's what I remember. I remember that being the thing that happened. And we have it recorded, LB. It's not like we're not going to fact check you. It's not like we're not going to expose you. But this is a lie fest. This is an absolute lie fest. And this is like LB's 456,000th lie fest. Yeah, all Dre said in the beginning was that she was not going to talk about it. It was no one's business. She didn't have to tell anybody. And that pissed them all off. That's what they all said. How is it that she lied about it, LB, when you all bitched and complained saying that the reason that you're all mad at Dre is because Dre won't tell anybody? She won't tell Letitia. She won't talk to Letitia, remember? That's why you guys went and got the police report, went against Dre's wishes and shared the information because you're very doxy and very forceful. No? Who do you think deceptively edited those videos? In my opinion, I believe that it either was one of them, one of those three people, or it was someone that they worked with. It could have been like the Letitia could have had someone in her Facebook group do it, but I believe they all knew that it was deceptively edited, because what I didn't know months ago is that Molly and Justin and LB, when they were all doing their long streams and had all these people, there were people emailing and messaging and telling them that they were wrong the whole time. And then those people ended up getting blocked and they went and started uploading to social media, putting the proof up. And that's what we eventually found. We eventually then went and fact checked it live on stream, which took weeks because of how many streams there were out there, and came to the conclusion, as you all watched, that they are lying about this whole thing in order to make money on the platform, which is against terms of service massively. The whole thing has been against terms of service. I'm asking my mods to do something really quick. Let's actually let her talk.
That. Hey, you know what? Why was you in his face?
Imagine a time when liars caught and exposed as liars were shunned and disregarded as opposed to rewarded with donos and membership. Shake my head. A total lack of honor witnessed all too often now. And you're right. And it's not even that we have to imagine that time. That's how YouTube used to be. So there were big creators. One's named Leafy, and there was another guy that was trying to criticize Leafy. And Leafy was like the king of the commentary community at the time. And this guy ended up basically exposing some of the stuff Leafy had done. And it wasn't that Leafy was even lying. He was just being really deceptive and nasty. And he stopped uploading as much, and it did a lot of damage to Leafy's following. And that's how it used to work on YouTube back in 2015 and 2016. In 2017, when they changed the algorithm, it started to reward these kind of people. The algorithm being censored like it is, and people being able to wield censorship on the platform, allows these people to shine. It allows them to be out there doing what they're doing and manipulating the platform to gain a following, just like Leslie and Molly and them have done. Now, another thing is, if you recall in the beginning of all of this, I told people Leslie is not going to be disconnected from this issue. If Leslie wants to be disconnected from this issue, she's going to have to get out there. She's going to have to actually show proof or apologize, because if she doesn't, she's not being disconnected. And a lot of people thought that Leslie, they thought they had high hopes for her. They thought she was actually going to, you know, and she didn't. She failed. She fell flat on her face.
Filming him when he was having a seizure. I don't feel like I ran her off the internet. If I could ever talk to Dre, I would love to ask her, did I run you off the internet?
Why? Look, see the smile? See how she's like catching a smile? She is catching a smile. And it's because she's acting right here. She's trolling and she's acting. And yes, you know you ran her off the internet. You know that you lied. And if you actually could talk to Dre, you would just lie about what Dre said. If it was live streamed, you would just attack her and scream at her and act like a baby, like you used to with Katie. Lying and screaming at Katie that she's faking her kid's illness and all that shit that you did to her back then, and all those mental breakdowns you had live, and self going off like a crazy person. Yeah. Man, her eyes, there's something about her eyes.
I swear I got a hair.
She's got this little smile thing going on when she gets really bad with her act. Noticed? I've noticed it twice. Part of her body language. If she did talk to Dre, though, let's say it wasn't live streamed, she would just lie about the whole thing, because she is a pathological liar. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say, for God's sakes. I'm putting it on display for you. Any other person would see the massive amount of people that are upset about what those three did, Leslie, Molly, and Justin. And they would come in, either show proof or they'd apologize. They wouldn't continue to lie. They wouldn't continue to push the BS. Only someone as out there as Leslie and Molly would.
But I can tell you this.
Oh, I can't wait. Tell us this.
No, I would not want to ever think that there were kids going without. Ever. Not only for Christmas, but ever.
See how she brings up kids going without for Christmas? Notice what she's doing here? And remember, just days before this, her and her husband sat up there and said they needed help for their kids, their 6 kids' Christmas.
I've said that before. I've actually said before, the thing about it is she has kids and she's got to figure out a way to provide for them. But
what are you fucking talking about? She's got 700,000 subs on Facebook. You all bitched and complained and screamed about how she was making all this money off of selling those products. Marvon and her just had a massive settlement, and you know it. You know it. Why are you putting this act onto your audience? It might work on some of them, but it's just going to backfire like it did back when you tried to lie about Katie helicoptering drugs into your car. For God's sakes.
But here's the thing. Just like you know how on that post that you took a picture of where I was like, hey, other job, anybody know? Maybe Dre should get another job. Like maybe Dre.
Why would she get another job? She is way more successful than you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What?
Because that's the thing. I almost felt like I was being ran off YouTube for
This is called Darvo. This is called Darvo. She takes what she did to violate someone else, attacks them, and then reverses the role. Reverses the victim offender role. It's called Darvo. What she's doing is making herself the victim instead of Dre. She wants the pity instead of Dre. She wants everyone to support her instead of Dre. And she's not even good at it. She's not even damn good at it. I bet you that the reason that she is acting like this is because people in her chat were probably like telling her to get a job. And so she said that about Dre. Now they're probably blocked. But it's just so disgusting, man. Like, oh, I can't wait to upload on this. Dear God. Like her and Molly. I think people are going to be shocked to see how similar Molly and Leslie are. Because Leslie is just like Molly's little twin. In almost all respects. Her and her husband need jobs. The fact that people ask for money for Christmas makes me sick. I know. They should ask for money for Red Bulls. The Red Bull thing is a joke. I'm just sharing my link.
From, idiots reporting my channel and and reporting my followers and reaching out.
Idiots. Nobody reported your followers. Your followers left. Your followers left. A lot of your followers felt ashamed for the things that they typed about Dre, and they deleted their account. A lot of your followers ran off. And in order for you and Molly not to dox them and follow them, they told you guys some story. Nobody reported. It doesn't work that way, for God's sake. What are you talking about? Lordy. She's the one who started the whole, my followers are getting mass reported and deleted off of YouTube. There's only one reason your followers are going to be deleted. Either they went around typing really disgusting things and got deleted for what they were typing in comment sections or live chats, which is happening right now. If you threaten people, if you use a bunch of like racist language on your account, you can get your account deleted. Everybody knows this. Also, so either you are having people get their accounts deleted due to what they type on people's comments, threatening people they don't like, going into a YouTuber's channel they don't like, typing something really disgusting, can get their account deleted, or they've deleted their own account due to finding out that they were lied to by you guys into attacking Dre for months, felt so fucking bad for it because they're not narcissists like you and Molly, and deleted their account and took off.
To my moderators, and then just, you know, the update, and I almost felt like, hell, I'm being run off because, and you know what I would have did?
See what I'm saying? She's just the most this isn't some act from her. This is her being the most thoughtful. This is the most thoughtful she can be. This is the smartest that she can be. She thinks that she's fooling everyone. She really thinks that she's fooling everybody here, that people don't know she's lying and acting.
If I would have let it run me off, I would have got.
Let what run you off? Dre, you and Molly and Justin literally had people going to Dre's home and flying drones over her house, driving by and taking pictures. You guys had people reporting Dre to the police, and you sat there while they did this. Like, you were in the streams. You were literally inciting it. You convinced people that she was abusing her kids and that Letitia needed a fraud raiser in order to go to court, even though Letitia has never been in the grandchild or Marvon's life. She's been absent their whole life, other than when she stole from them and got kicked out of the family a third time, right? You guys refused to tell people that Marvon and Dre were getting their camper ready to go visit Arizona to see Marvon's family when he did what he did. You refused to tell people that. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Got a job. That's what I was talking about on my Facebook account.
Do what now?
Got a job. If I would have let it run me off, I would have got a job.
So you're admitting that you and your husband live off of your YouTube account? I think it's all starting to make sense, Leslie. Yeah. But the thing about Dre, she's been around for a really long time. She's not like you. She didn't have a channel for a few months, end up getting embarrassed, leaving the internet for a year, then coming back, only being here for like 6 months before getting embarrassed again. And through this, she's actually been on the internet uploading for a very long time. So she's got people that'll support her. She's fine. She's doing just fine. She's got money to get a lawyer. Her and Marvon had money put up from his settlement. That's why you had, you know, people trying to get Dre's accounts frozen. Remember when Marvon Sr. and Letitia wanted Dre's money accounts frozen? It was because her and Marvon had just gotten a very large settlement recently from Marvon having a botched knee surgery. It was like a lot of money. This is according to Dre's following, by the way. Dre's following said this. And so they had a shit ton of money. They had a camper. The amount of stuff they have at their home, they could literally just sell some of their stuff and Dre could live for literally a year. The camper alone. So I don't know what you're talking about. She doesn't have to get a job. She has a successful internet brand. Kick her out if she's in here. Vet bashers aren't allowed in my chat. If LB's in here, mods, get her out.
That's what I was talking
Especially her blubber-lipped husband. Get him out if he comes in.
about on my Facebook account. So the way that I feel is like it sucks that she got ran off and she's not making this big income like she was making. And she has kids that she has to take care of. But now the situation is what it is.
You're acting like she can't come back. What's going to stop her from coming back? I don't even think that's really her. But yeah, vet bashers aren't allowed. You want to come in my chat? Do the Zoom call. Why won't you do the Zoom call? You don't have to meet me anywhere. I said Zoom call. I know you think that people want to marry you. They don't. Newsflash. So do the Zoom call with me in the DAV. And let's record it. And then let's see you go to your channel and apologize. Let's see it. Put your money where your mouth is. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
She may need to get a regular job, at least during Christmas, if that's what she needs. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I put subscriber.
We don't let commies in my chat. Vet bashing commies aren't allowed in my chat. Sorry.
Mode on to keep the bots out.
Nope. Ain't letting nobody at her. Nope. No commies allowed.
Oh.
Like the way that her and her husband vet bash, I wouldn't be surprised if they get some videos leaked where they're chilling and having high fives with Putin soon. If you don't vet bash like that for no reason, y'all.
Hold on a second. Hello.
Jesus H. Christ.
Beastly B, you were hidden by accident. I just fixed.
So people are getting banned, from her chat. I don't think she turned on subscriber only mode for bots.
Okay. So you know,
You gotta have some nerve, right? You gotta be entitled AF to jump in my live chat, right? After going live and sitting there and lying on me and my brother and all this garbage, like, who are you? Who do you think you are, for God's sake? Right? Sitting there like vet bashing me and then rolling right into a guilt trip about Christmas for your 6 kids. We know what you're doing. We're not stupid. And don't even act like I haven't been nice as fuck to you over the years. Literally let you off the hook for faking emails. Let you off the hook for chilling with doxers. But you haven't changed. You're the same. And then you want to go and tell people, I don't even watch Uni, until you get so angry that you jump in my live chat. Yeah, we know you've been watching this whole time. You're not slick. None of you guys are. You know, it's your anger. It's the animosity you feel. It causes you to make a lot of really dumb decisions on how you talk and what you say. This is an act. Like everything about this. You start off saying that it's just your opinion that Dre did all these horrible things to her kid. I didn't run her off the internet, while you're cracking little smiles and making sure you kind of turn away from the camera, having excuses to turn away from the camera while you got those little smiles creeping up. And we visibly can see what you're doing. But now it's going to be a guilt trip and a pity party and, oh, stop, please, I'm sorry, or something. Let the commentary community do their commentary. It's fair use. Deal with it. You guys have been talking about other creators for years. Okay? You've had a million opportunities to not have the commentary community come in and do commentary on your channel. And now your channel's big and other creators want to see what you're saying. They want to take a look at what you've been doing. And it's all here. It's all public. Don't get mad about it. Get mad about it. Don't get upset about it. Remember, if I think you are a a Grinch that continually tries to steal Christmas. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. But the difference between my opinion and the opinion you hold about Dre is that my opinion has mountains of evidence to back it up. Your opinion about Dre has evidence to the contrary in a massive amount. So I don't understand how you have time to come in my chat, but you can't respond to me about the Zoom call with the DAV. I don't understand how you have time to come in my chat, but you have not played these video clips that I'm going to show, because I guarantee she's still watching. Let me give you a couple video clips, LB, that you know I've challenged you to play on your show, but you pretend as if I haven't.
You know,
so number one, why have you not played these on your channel and criticized Molly for it? Like this clip. This is Molly.
Person your refunds. Aaron from how.
So doxing the person's full name and location just to make sure that the people.
Well, guess what? You will get your refunds. Aaron from how. Right? I got your fucking address. And guess what? All you mother. No normal person asked for a refund from a grieving party. Disgusting. This was a charitable donation stated. And you want to know something? PayPal is going to side with that person. Oh, I'm going to dox the out of this person.
Justin thinks it's funny, and we believe that you support this behavior just as much as Justin does. You haven't exposed her for it now that these clips have surfaced. You haven't given your opinion on it. While they were doing this, you were guests on their show and their live streams.
I'm gonna f this person up. Big time. Puts it in that it's a donation. I forward that donation.
I mean, so this video right here, Molly GoLightly introduction, the last video on UNIRACHEL 2. You don't have to play me talking at all. You can just clip out all these Molly clips right here, or you can just go find them on the internet because they're everywhere, easy to find, and maybe play on your stream the truth about Molly and Justin and yourself back when all this was happening, and maybe tell us why you continued to support Molly while all this was going on. That would be maybe step one. Step two could be you maybe explaining why you get to vet bash, but somehow you expect to come in my live chat and talk without being kicked. And maybe, I don't know, explain any of what you're doing. But don't think that I'm just going to sit back and let you go and convince people of lies and bullshit. Oh, and that DD214 you wanted is on my Twitter. Scroll down and find it.
I can't save the world, but I do help out kids when I can. If I
Bullshit.
know, I mean, literally, like Paris and Caden, they have a brother on their dad's side, and I literally have purchased things for him, you know, like diapers and milk, and helped them out before when he was a
Is she talking about?
baby and they didn't have the money to do these things.
Evan, you've got to be kidding me. So, you know, hey guys, listen, I know I'm saying all this stuff about Dre that goes against all the evidence that's out there, and I won't explain myself why, but I will continue to accuse her of all of this. But I'm a good person because I bought somebody some milk once.
Like I would be taking the kids up there, and his mom would mention how they were so broke that he didn't even have diapers. And I would be like, well, let me run to the store and I'll get some diapers. And does he need anything else? So I never want to think of kids going without. And I've said that. I know that I said that in some of my coverage of this story. I said, the thing about it is I've even said that about Janelle Eason. You know,
these people will never stop amazing me. Their entitledness, you know, the spoiledness, the entitledness. It's so strange.
When talking about how when she gets a job, people call and like tell the business about who she is and they let her go. I've said.
I know. It isn't a shock, the vet bashing, when she and her husband, due to uni, when she supported collecting funds for a veteran in a coma. No respect for our veterans except e-begging with her husband. I know. And just like when she was vet bashing me, she ran into the whole Christmas thing and shit, her and her husband. When she was doing it to Marvon, you know, then it was, and instead of supporting Trey and the children through this horrible thing, give your money to Letitia because she's going to sue Trey to take her children and husband away. That's not an attack, by the way. Literally. There's only a few ways you can even attack somebody in the way, like through the internet or remotely, like where people will admit it's an attack. And one of those things is to maybe try to get someone's entire family ripped away from them after they've gone through a tragedy. But I don't care. I won't let someone in my chat who's just sat and said that a suicide victim, that his wife is to blame because he had to be unhappy to commit suicide, which I literally, that is this video. Like, that is this video. She said a suicide victim. Suicide victim. What the hell? Why is the chat disconnecting? Did she delete it? Did she just go in and delete the chat? What happened? I've never seen this happen on a playback. Are you kidding? You're trying to hide the evidence now? You're hiding the evidence? What? Oh my God. Are you kidding? Right while we're... What? Hold on. What? You can't make this shit up, y'all. You know what? Look at what I just said to my mods. Like, I had this weird feeling in the pit of my stomach about 20 minutes ago. and I tagged my mods. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, good sir. You are a patron saint. Leslie, this is called an archive. Okay? See, when you upload a public video to the internet, creators like us are allowed to listen to it for criticism and transformative purposes. If it wasn't true, you wouldn't be able to do any content. So, just so you know, Leslie, I'm getting bored myself, but don't think that because you shut this video down while we were watching it in real time, right here, that we don't have the video or our uploads to make sure that the entire internet knows what you've said and done to this Marine mother. Okay? Just saying. I didn't want to keep watching it anyway. And speaking of which, I don't know if Navy or anyone's around, but I'm going to jump down, and I think what I'm going to do is jump down into the gaming room and just chill with you guys for a little bit. But yeah, before I do that, I'm going to share my link, paypal.me/unirock, in the chat if you want to dono. It's the end of the month, so tomorrow, the last day of the month, means this is the best time to support us. It's optional, only if you want to. And that's why I don't get a bunch of donos like these other YouTubers do, because, you know, when you just share your link and ask for donos, like, you know, by sharing it, you don't get a bunch of donos. So, you know, but I do think you guys deserve some rocks. So, oh, Kim said check PayPal, because that's why I was sharing that link, because if you guys do, when you send rocks, or when you send PayPal donos, I give extra rocks. Why, thank you. So what I'm going to do, instead of giving you 100,000 rocks, I'm going to give you 500,000 rocks. It's a big bonus, but you know what? I just feel happy. I feel like I need to do it to you, since you just had the video that we're all reacting to get yanked down in real time by LB. It's almost like there's something in that video she doesn't want you or me to see. Well, I agree, because I've already seen the video, and I do think there's a lot in there you don't want people to see. Just saying. 500,000 rocks coming up. Let me get this straight. So we're reacting to LB say that Dre paused her husband's issue. Okay, fine. I think this video is already demonetized. Hey, nope, I got nothing. Welcome, thank you. So we just saw. Sorry guys, I'm loading the rocks. You got to give me a second, and I was plugging in my vape. So we were watching a video where LB was saying that it was Dre's fault that her husband committed suey. I'm gonna start calling it suey. I'm already demonetized on this video, so I would normally say the whole word, but I'm scared. YouTube bots got me scared, y'all. But All right, 500, 1, 2, 3, and you guys know I'll do a 10-second countdown here in a few minutes. And for whatever reason, LB doesn't want us to watch that video live. Huh. Strange. So she yanks it down and makes it private while we're while we're watching it, which is just hilarious. Knowing that we have every right to watch it here live, as long as I'm commentating, which I did heavily. Now you guys may understand why I commentate over the amount that I have to, like more than I should have to. You know, I commentate on a level to where is not just where you should commentate, but I do it doubly. Whatever the hell I think, however long I should pause and commentate on the video to make sure I'm respecting the original video's use, I make sure to do it at least double. And now you know why. Because sometimes creators are just dishonest. Nerdangle says the best she could muster was, quote, so y'all haven't seen where I said he probably is one, end quote. Do better, LB. By the way, you could only provide the emails. Only, by the way, only you can provide the email. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is my Discord doing now? Discord's been doing this all day. Now Discord's acting flippin' stupid. Hold up. Let me try to restart Discord because I wanted to go into one of the rooms and let peeps come in and talk. She didn't say her husband had a job. She said he made money, which is good. I don't know. I wonder how he does that. You know what I'm saying? Wonder if he's out there gambling. Is he rolling some dice? I'm just playing. There we go. My Discord finally restarted, but it's having trouble connecting to the room. Let's. Oh no, it actually did. Discord actually did connect. I can't believe it. Now here's the thing. Typically, if a creator wants to act uncreator-like about me watching their content, I typically will clip their content down instead of playing the source video. But just so everybody understands, I could watch her video right now. We have the archive. Okay? Yeah. Why I deleted all Facebook followers. Don't take it personal. / Friday Night Hangout. We have the entire thing. And thank God for our archivers out there, because what I had messaged my moderation team, remember when I messaged my moderators a little bit ago? I said, hey, @moderators, I need this downloaded. I have a feeling she's going to, no, I'm not even, you're not going to believe me, so I'm going to literally show what I said, because you're not going to believe that I did this. So about 20 or 10 minutes before she did that, I had a feeling she was going to do this. I said, I have a feeling she's going to delete it, and I haven't got it yet. Please, if someone can grab it really fast, which was the original video. Okay. Well, let me just show you the whole damn exchange, or else people are going to say I'm lying. So I said, @moderators, I need this downloaded, and I gave the link. I have a feeling she's going to delete it, and I haven't got it yet, please. And now the thing is, I think I have it. I think it's on my hard drive. I'm just not sure that I have that video, because I archive a lot of stuff. So sometimes I'll be watching something and I'll go, wait a minute, did I archive that? Or wait, did I archive something different than that? Or did I archive that? And so when I get those thoughts in my head, I'll have to tag my mods and be like, yo, mods, can somebody just grab this really quick? Because all you have to do, if you know how to do it, you just grab the link. If you have the link, you can just grab the video in just a second. It's just, archiving is a snap of a finger. They've made it very easy to archive on the internet. But I want to talk to you about what just happened. She came in to my chat, said something. I didn't even see what she said. I saw Lauren say, Unirock LB's in the chat, and I said, well, then get her out of here. She's a vet basher. So I have no clue what she was typing or anything. But I don't care what she was typing. I'm not going to play any drama games with you. Okay? I'm not. I'm not going to play any threat games, so you're not going to threaten me. Just so you know, just in case you can get this thought in your head, you're going to threaten me, let's just go ahead and squash it, because you're not going to threaten me. I've been nice with your whole community, and I have endured nothing but constant attacks. You know, all those things that you go to your channel and pretend are happening to you, they actually happen to me from you and your friends. And so I don't know why you think that anyone's going to give you anything after what you've been up to. This isn't 2020. This isn't you being on the internet for 6 months, having a YouTube channel for 6 months, and getting in with a group of people that convince you to do yada yada. You know what I think after seeing everything that's happened in the last couple of years? I don't think anyone convinced you to do shit back in 2019. I think you were sitting right along with them. And I just think you and all your buddies have too much dirt on each other that you won't come out and talk from back then. And I think that you and Molly and Justin most likely aren't going to come out and talk for now. But I'm going to offer you the same exact out that I gave you back in 2019 and 2020. Do you remember what it was, Leslie? And I'm dead serious. I will give you an out. I will give you a way to get the same out that I gave you back then. Because I'm a very nice creator. I'm a very nice person, and I'm just here to document what's going on. But I do appreciate, you know, all the exciting stuff tonight. So, if you want to have an out, because I know that's what you're going to want, you know, oh, come on, Uni, I'll never do it again, and it was a mistake, and yada, 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 or some shit. Okay, fine. I'll give you your out. You come out and tell the truth about what was going on between Letitia and Molly and Justin and yourself. So now here's how you do that. Because I think last time I gave you an out, you didn't really hear me, because when you went to do it, you told us stuff, but you weren't, you know, you didn't give us the whole story. So let me help you. Let me help you out. What you're going to want to do is say, here's how I got involved in it. Here's how I got in touch with Molly. I messaged her. She messaged me. When I started to hang out with Molly, Letitia was around saying this, or Justin would say that, or Molly, because I know that you've heard Molly sit and threaten people when you're over there with her. I know you've heard her do similar things to what I showed you in Molly's videos when you were with Molly. So the reason that I'm going to offer you an out of this situation, and you know I keep my word because I've given you an out, I've given you my word, and I kept my word in the past. So the way that I'm going to kind of, the reason, I'm sorry, I got distracted. The reason that I'm giving you an out is it'll save us a lot of time. And if we have someone from the core group, by the way, this is exactly what I said years ago to you, because I do my content the same for every story I cover, and I have for an exceptionally long period of time, because it works. It covers all bases. It's allowed by all the platforms, right? I follow all the rules. All we want is to be able to document the truth. Now, Leslie Bass being in that video, Leslie Bass being included, it doesn't have to be, or it can be. Well, I'll tell you why. It's actually based on logic. It's if you have made up for what you've done and told the truth and apologized and you've moved on, then there's no reason to put you in the video. That's the premise. So you don't have to do this. This is not something you need to do. This is not something you have to do or need to do. If you don't do it, my video will just contain everything that happened, and it's good. The preparation for the video also will contain whatever happened, and we're good. And in the end, you will be included in the final video. But I can just kind of tell you don't want to be. I can kind of sense that. And instead of me just saying, you know, too bad, I'll give you an option. If you do, you know, the right thing in this, then fine. You don't have to be included. Because by you coming out and telling the truth on what happened, it will save us a lot of time and energy and work. Though you have seen me now, you have bumped into me now in several stories. And whether you'll admit it or not, I know you know something about me, and that is that I will get the absolute truth of what happened in this story, and I will put it together, and I will release it. And it will have an effect on the platform. It will have an effect on the people who experienced what happened, because it will be highly written, highly well edited, highly well organized, and every bit of evidence will be included in the video. So you can lie and say Uni didn't do nothing and Uni sucks and Uni's this and he's irrelevant and he's that and this and this. You can say all that all you want. Your actions prove you feel otherwise. So I'm going to offer you the kindness you don't deserve here. Give us the truth, what you experienced. Fine. You can get what you want. But I'm going to tell you right now, we've already done this dance. I don't have time for your games. I don't have time for your lies. I'm not going to accept them. This is not going to be some, you know, rehashing of 2020 or something. It's not going to be. So just save us the time. And I don't mean save me the time, us, you also. And I'll do you a solid. While I wait to see if you make up your mind, how you make up your mind on this offer, I'll give you a few days where I won't bring you up at all. That is after this stream. We'll see what happens, though. Definitely see what happens. So I'm going to jump down in the gaming room and I'm going to tag the peeps and let them know. So if any of them want to come in and just chat for a minute. Navy, if you're around, come hang. And I'm going to transfer the stream into after show gaming mode because Leslie just took our content we were reacting to away from us. Damn it. I wanted to play a good song and I can't find it. I should have looked for the, because Leslie took the content we were going to play away from us. Fire, fire, fire. Damn it, Discord. What are you doing to me, man? Let me restart Discord because it's not working. Hold up. It looked like it was working. Let me reset it. Oh, shit. I don't know why I got Photoshop open. Fire, fire, fire. All right. I mean, seriously, man. Why does she play these games, dude? There's no other creator out there that acts like this. No other creator out there that acts like this. Just weird, man. Oh my goodness, Discord, why? Maybe I'll do a Twitter space. I'm gonna have to do like a Twitter space or something if I want anyone to come in. I don't even know if Navy's around though, so I guess I don't have to use Discord. But Menace might be around. I don't get it, man. Doesn't she realize she's gonna call more attention to this whole thing by hiding the video like that? Because she's literally just admitted, oh my god, I don't want people to see that. Oh no, I need to take it down. I don't want people to hear what I said there. I have to take it down. Something. Yeah, I can't even get Discord to freaking work. Nice. Let me see if I can get into it a different way here. Let me use a little trick I learned a long time ago. Come on, man. Let's go. I'm probably going to need an invite to the Unicord, actually. If it'll let me. I don't even know if it's going to damn let me log in. The server might be down. The server's got to be down. Because everything else is working perfect except Discord. Let me look here. Discord down. Let's see what it says. Yes, it's down. So there's been a lot of outages reported in the last 24 hours. It's a server connection, it says. It says, did my update? It keeps failing on PC. If I use my phone, it works. I can't even get into Discord on PC, only mobile. App won't open. Stuck on downloading update. Website is slow. Completely unstable after update. Okay. So yes, it's not me. This is actually the app itself. Well, shit. I don't know. If Navy's around, can one of you guys give me some stop signs in the chat? If he's not, then if he's around, I'll open a StreamYard and he can jump in. If he's not around, it's fine. Or if like Menace or anyone's around. But, you know, let me just talk to my live chat. That's what I'll do until I figure out what to do about Discord. Will probably be up here in the next like 5 minutes. It never goes down for long. Let me see what you guys are saying about this. DMZ? Yeah, I would like to run a DMZ run. She tells other people to get a job and take care of kids. I don't know why she does that. It's so nasty. It's none of her business. Like, Dre should not have to get a job and take care of kids because she already has a job and she's taking care of kids. It's just part of this defamation against Dre as a person. And I didn't just, like, not believe Leslie. I've, for months, literally sat here and asked them to explain or to prove. And I know that's why she went live 10 days ago and did the video we were reacting to. I know it is. Because she's been getting heat, more and more and more heat from the... What they didn't realize is the amount of people that do support Dre. And I feel kind of bad because I'm not really one of them. Right? Like, I'm not a Dre supporter, as you will, just because I don't get down with that kind of Facebook content. Now, I've watched a lot of her content, and I don't find them... I find them to be entertaining. I don't find them to be boring. I think it's all right to watch them. It's just, you know, when I'm watching stuff, I don't choose to go find Dre's old content or any of her stuff and pursue it because I'd rather watch stuff that I like, you know, gaming documentaries and videos about some things that are going on with technology and stuff like that. And you guys know I like all this different stuff. So, but I do think Dre is a great content creator, as in she generates her own content based on her family, based on the stuff she sells. And if, you know, I have no idea how people can be so mean to other people online. But what we're seeing is Leslie has done that very mean content against Katie where she sits there and acts all innocent and nice, and she's saying what she's saying because she really feels this way. It's not because she has a vendetta against Katie. And so, like, I don't know how anyone can trust Leslie with what she said about Katie or anyone else when her content is so personally motivated. With the Dre situation, what's happened is they've kind of been caught off guard. Okay, they were caught off guard with the amount of content and the amount of you know, like the amount of videos that Dre had backing up what the details about her family and stuff like that. And I think that caught Leslie and Molly and Justin off guard when their narrative started to fall down. They think they can just walk away and never talk about it again or something. Navy, I can't get Discord to open. Can I give you a StreamYard link if you want to jump in? Because I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. Let me open a StreamYard link and I'll give it to you. Let me get a StreamYard going. Son of a bitch. Let me ask Rachel something really fast, guys. Okay, I'm literally getting a blank screen when I try to load Discord. Let me kill it. Let me kill it. Let me go to Discord down detector here. Down detector. It's still saying that they're getting reports. What if let me try to load it from my web browser again, because it might let me. The website is pulling here. Let's go. Let's go. It won't work, bruh. It's down, y'all. Hey, Navy, what's the best way for us to talk here? In the chat, anyone know? I don't agree with the MLM either. I've been a criticizer of MLMs for a long time. And what I need to do is look into Dre's specific MLM. Like, I don't even know if Dre uses an MLM. I've heard she does. Some of the companies don't do like that multi-market level thing. They might sell something, but they don't do that multi-level marketing. I've heard Dre is into multi-level marketing though. And I don't support it. Uh-oh. Why is Discord opening? Oh, I'm in. It looks like it just came back up. Check, check. Oh, no. Hold on. It's not. Check, check. Can you hear me, nerd?
Yep.
Oh, shit. All right. Guys. Yeah, yeah. Navy. What's up, dude?
What's up, Bubba?
Nerd, you might not be in. Are you in here because you are playing a certain Vitya game?
I will be shortly.
Yeah, boy. Okay. Hey, did you guys see where I threw my headphones off my head and went what really loud?
Yeah.
I haven't had to do that in a while.
What? Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I can't reproduce it. Like, I can try, it just never really has to happen live in order for it. Yes, it has to be in the moment because it'll sound really dumb if I do it when I'm not in the moment, but I don't know. I want a clip of that shit. Me like, what? That was pretty funny. It was a pretty genius little move, I think. You know, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say anymore. You know?
So Doc pointed out in the thumbnail in Discord of that video, what does that gentleman have on his head? What do we call those things that he has on his head while he's inside of a building?
Is it a hat?
It's a hat. We call those things hats.
Down.
Right? And that's all I've been saying. Like, I was talking to, who was I talking to the other night? I was talking to AZ, and there's difference in a hat and a cover, right? So when you're in uniform, walking into a building, you have to take your cover off. If you're a civilian in a vet and you're wearing a cap or a hat, you don't have to take it off. You take it off whenever you want. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
But Navy, it's so ingrained into you that it becomes second nature, and you never, once you're in, you never have it on when you're in a building.
Hey, nerd, are you doing this run, or are you going to be a minute?
I'll be a minute. You can definitely get a running in.
All right, I'm going to do a... I'm like hooked on this damn Battle Royale mode now. That was some exciting shit, that last round I did.
Are you trying to get the skin, or did you get it already?
I already got it, yeah. We good.
God, man.
Hey, let's jump down. I pulled us down to gaming, I'm sorry. You haven't got it yet? Because we can get it. And then that way I can show people how to get it. Like, we can do it live and get you your skin. Uh-oh. You guys are muted. If you can't... Oh, shit. Let's go back up. I wanted to put our faces on the screen, but we can go back up to butter if it's not working, nerd. I think it's got you muted.
Oh, no, I muted myself.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Dude. I can hear you.
Good. Good deal. Good deal.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put I want people to be able to see who's in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and hook that up really quick. And then I'm going to do a singles Battle Royale run.
So I saw LB jump into the live chat.
Yeah, I really don't care what she said when she came in. I don't want to give her that attention.
And I understand that. I also thought maybe it'd be kind of fun to let her show how stupid she is in responding to you, because it was like...
Okay,
ignorant.
we're good. There you go. Yeah, that works. That works. I just don't want to be insulting too much. She's probably, out there wanting to attack my channel and shit. So let's just keep.
She's live now. She's live now.
Oh, did she go live after coming in here?
Sure did.
Oh Lord. So she's gonna send her minions over, I bet.
Well, they can try. Well, we have really good mods, so.
Oh, wow. So what's going to happen? You know what we're going to have to do? I hate to ask my mods. Somebody's going to have to download her video as soon as they can, because I have a feeling that she's not going to leave her video up if she's talking about me, so.
Already got somebody on it.
Nice. Because I want to react to what she's saying about me, and she's the type that puts something up and then yanks it down when people find... Now, this is another reason, y'all, why she gets away with some of the stuff she does, because... Like Molly, she uses this little tactic of yanking her videos down if she thinks that it's going to get criticism or something, right?
Well, and the thing is that if you think the criticism is wrong, why would you take a video down?
Well, that's exactly it. She shouldn't take her video down. She should let me react to it, and then she should actually, respond to what I'm saying. She shouldn't act like this.
I mean, either she's not gonna be able to she could be right and not be able to counteract, like be able to form the thoughts to counteract your criticism, or she knows for a fact that your criticism is correct, makes you look bad, and takes the video down. And either way, like maybe you shouldn't be commenting on stuff that you don't have a full understanding of. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm just sick and tired of the games. These are literal drama games. These are like, there's no other way to describe it other than just drama. Drama games. Playing games with creators, and it's not the right way to do things. And she's dictated by a lot of anger and a lot of nastiness for someone that, supposedly is just giving her opinion on what happened with Dre. And with no issue. There's no issue.
Oh, Dad says she's not talking about you, but she does look pissed off.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, we're good then. I don't know. Why did she come in here? Like, you vet bash me. And then she tries to say, I guess her new narrative I read from the chat is, I said maybe, guys. So that means I didn't vet bash. That's not how it works, Leslie. It's just not how it works. Because what would you say if Katie or Dre had said what you had said about a veteran? you guys would be making content for weeks about how Katie VETBashed somebody. And this is what bothers me about you guys, because they have no criticism. They feel that they can literally say and do anything they want with impunity.
Well, the thing is that, so according to her husband is a Marine Corps vet, which I don't doubt, right? If someone had come at him the way she came at you, 100%, she'd be making content about this. Like if KJ or somebody else had come at him, or you had come at him and been like, well, he just doesn't, you know, as a vet myself.
Just don't say it. Just don't say it. Yeah, come at him isn't more than enough. And yeah, she definitely would. Yeah, she'd be really pissed. He'd be pissed. It wouldn't be okay. But this is going to sound like every other critic. It's starting to really just get boring. Like, I'm tired of, you know, giving these people the opportunity and the kindness of you know, commentary and giving them a chance and everything, because for fuck's sake, man, like, it's literally the same criticism that we would be making against Katie or Molly or one of them, but it's made towards Leslie this time. It's like they all are literally little copies of each other. Some of them are a little worse in one regard than another is, but they all do the same fucking thing. They use the same tactics, and they're just used to getting away with this shit. Like, I have a business too, LB. I am a veteran. Everything I said about my veteran shit is true. I offered you ways to know 100%, and you said, I'm not doing that. So why did you say it in the first fucking place if you don't plan on updating it? You get me? Like, you didn't. You didn't say it to be true or not. You said it to fucking lie on me and attack me. Oh God, someone's been here. You did it to lie on me and attack me is why you did it. And if that's the case, why don't you deserve to be criticized for that on YouTube? And why do you want to get out of it? Why do you want to avoid it? Why do you want to yank your video down? Like, didn't you stand by your video? Like, what the fuck? What do you think? Why'd she yank the fucking video? What's her... Okay, what would be any excuse for yanking the video? Like, what would be an excuse?
That was my immediate thought, was like, wow, you don't stand by your content? So you're going to pull it down?
Yeah. These little fucking hiding motherfuckers sitting there hiding. Little hidey hole motherfuckers. Little campers.
Guys just walked right past each other.
Just got killed by a dude that was just literally camping in a corner. Yeah, you're probably right, Spoonie.
Kill the jailer?
True, Illusion. Definitely. I agree. This is the laggiest match I've ever been in, dude. Wow, I can't even aim. At least they can't aim also. That's the good news. Okay, let me heal here. I just killed one. Have no armor though. How do you kill the jailer? How? He's got a submachine gun, bro. Insta death! What the fuck? I killed one at least. That's good. That's the good news. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Your fucking deflection. You're hiding videos, pulling videos down, and why isn't she live talking about it? Why isn't she gonna say why she hid the video? Is she gonna lie and say she didn't? Like, what the fuck?
Did she do that on stream?
Oh no, I don't think she was on stream. I think she hid my I think she came in, commented in my chat and then hid the video and then went live is what I think happened. But if anyone knows different,
Oh,
let me
she went
know.
live, and then I think it's already down now. It had to do with that case in Mexico. But she was up for a little bit, and then it's already over, from what I understand.
Okay, so she went live like really quick for some reason. Like I don't know. Sense.
Well, there was an update. Apparently, someone's been arrested, I think, in the case, and so.
Why'd she yank her video down that we were reacting to?
Oh, because you know she's wrong.
Oh,
That's my thing. She's scared about getting called out.
Eerie. Guys, I have the most awesome end of a game saved on my computer from Warzone, where I was just murdering fools. I'm gonna start playing some more PvP, some more pure PvP when I play this game, so you guys can see it. Because once you get into a match and you get going, you know, it's pretty hardcore. Obviously, she didn't want us reacting to her video. That's why she hid it, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch it off the air and just grab clips from it and come in with clips next time. See what else is in there. Oh, I don't know if a mod can. I need to make sure that goes into an appropriate room here. I'll just do it real fast. Go ahead, Navy. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like, is she not realize that people can download her streams? I mean, they've been doing this to KJ for how long now?
I
When
think
KJ deletes stuff. Right?
I think she was hoping that she got it, you know, before we downloaded it or something.
Womp womp.
But dude, if like 10 or 20 minutes before she privated the video, if I wouldn't have tagged the mods and asked the mod to grab it, we might not have had it, you know? She ain't Molly, so not a lot of people are saving her stuff.
Well, now we know that if you're gonna go live and talk about a video that she's done, we might as well grab it ahead of time.
Yeah, and I normally do.
Before we talk
I
about
just
it.
having problems with internet, so I haven't been grabbing it.
Well, we can do that. That's fine.
Well, I normally, like I said, I might even have that one downloaded. It's just that there was part of me that was like, oh shit, I don't think I did. So I probably honestly didn't. Probably wouldn't feel that way. Oh well, it was at least we had a little bit of it was exciting, you know. A little
Well, we
bit
got it,
exciting
though.
for the stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got it.
And just those listening, yeah, we got it. So
Oh yeah, we've
delete
got
all
the
you
video.
want.
We got the whole video. Mm-hmm.
You done called. You done been called.
I mean, it's bad, dude. She says that Dre did these things, and that she believes Dre did all of this. For not like she has nothing. She has nothing to back up saying that about Dre. She doesn't even explain why she feels that way about Dre. She tells us that she can literally just, based on how she feels about a person, determine whether they are boo-booing kids or not, which I think is, wow. Gun is pretty tight. This is lag. This is pure lag, dude. I don't know why. Discord's acting funny and COD's acting funny. It could just be that the servers, they might share some kind of servers together. This is lag effing city, dude. This is gonna be bad.
Here's the gig, right? And so because she comes out and says, well, I feel this way, and I don't feel like I'm attacking her, but this is my feeling on it, then you don't get any right to come be angry at somebody who does the same thing towards you.
True, but she will.
And I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about anybody, right?
Yeah.
They come out and say that, you know, she's this, that, and the third. She then cannot be like, oh, well, you can't do that because you don't have any evidence, this, that, you know, and all this kind of stuff. Be like, well, I have clips of you doing the same thing to somebody else with literally zero evidence other than your fifis.
I know, but dude, like that's what I was saying a minute ago. They don't care. Like, they just have no credibility. There's no truth to them. Like, they don't care what reality is. So people have already said to Leslie and Molly, you are not telling the truth about Dre. And their response is to just keep going live and keep saying those things about Dre. Like, you'd think that she would have actually explained why she feels that way this time, because that's what, you know, that's what she was supposed to do. She was supposed to explain why she feels this way about Dre, and instead she just said, I just think that about Dre. And yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's the same criticism we've had against Katie in the past. It's the same criticism we've made against, you know, I could name a bunch of people that I don't want to name, like EK Krusty or others, but, you know, they just are this is just the kind of people they are, man. They just don't have any insert word here. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. I mean, if I go live and I keep playing the video, God knows if she's gonna try to fucking false strike me or not. She can't strike me if I'm playing clips from it, so I'll make sure to do that tomorrow. But I think she doesn't have a right to strike me either way, but that'll be her justification. She wants it to stop. She's upset. She's mad. It's not that. Give her what she wants. Let her cool down. Oh, definitely.
Well, and when Dad caught the clip, he clipped it and put it in general of you throwing your headphones.
He's got it. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's in the bottom of general. Yeah.
Let me look at it. Okay, we got to see it.
And the thing is that it's so funny because there's only one word that comes to mind. It's now let me think for a second. Hypocrite. Hypocrite. You are a hypocrite.
Yeah. Definitely.
There is no other word to describe your actions besides like vile and evil and ugly, other than you're a hypocrite, because you get all mad when people do the same thing to you.
All right, here, let's watch it. Yeah, go ahead.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Share this here. All right, this should be it. She just go in and delete the chat? What happened? I've never seen this happen on a playback. Eventually I refresh. What? Are you kidding? You're trying to hide the evidence now? You're hiding the evidence? What? Oh my God! Are you kidding? Right while we're what? Hold on. Oh, I gotta see a little bit more here. See if it'll do it correct. Yeah, it did it good. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I'm clipping that shit tomorrow. Perfect.
So who's it? I think RES Illusion was saying that, you know, she can still try to strike you if you played anything from the downloaded version. And
she can try.
I mean, she can. Yeah, she can try, but here's the deal,
it would still be a false strike, though.
It would be a false strike, and it's still fair use because she uploaded it. You having to download it when she had it uploaded, and it's not your fault that she decided to delete it.
Yeah, like I said, I made it. My commentary was absolutely fair use, so there's no real argument to be able to do that.
In fact, your commentary is so fair use, people get upset with you for not playing more of the video before you commentate, because you make it so
I get shit all the time for like not, you know, yeah. Stop pausing it so much, Uni and shit, but I have to pause it that much for people like Leslie and others, because when they get angry is when they make those decisions. They're not rational decisions. They literally sat there and watched. I can't even. Oh my god, bad parachute, bad parachute, bad parachute. They sat there and were watching like huge swaths of Dre's videos, and I would argue they did it in a very non-fair use way.
Well, and remind me what she actually got struck for back in 2019.
She got struck for watching in 2019. She got struck 3 strikes for watching entire shows on her live stream. Leslie did, yeah.
Right, without any transitive capability or commentary or anything, right?
Motherfucker, I'm dead.
Shocker.
See, that's the thing. I don't even think that what they did. Most likely, what they did when they were watching Dre's stuff still was borderline fair use. Like, they still didn't, like, even they didn't deserve a strike when they'd have entire minutes go by without commentating. Now, of course, there could be arguments made to the contrary. It all depends on the context and your video. Absolutely, though, this stream is fair use. It's fair use to a high degree for that reason. So, of course, we have, you know, the thing isn't about her striking me, because if she does, it'll be a false strike. All I would do is get in contact with YouTube, and I would press to have her channel be struck for issuing a false strike and abusing the system, and it would just be a big mess, and it would end up bad in her favor. You know, the bad outcome would be in her favor, and she knows that. So, like I said, the reason why I went ahead and didn't watch any more of the clip. Hey! Son of a dude, these guys are everywhere. The only reason that I went ahead and took a break from watching it is because creators don't typically want to have a false strike on their, like Leslie doesn't want a false strike on her channel's record, the record of her channel, because regardless of what YouTubers will tell you, that is how YouTube works. They look at the history of your channel and how you've done things before they'll do things like give you a play button or let you have preferential ads when you get bigger or whatever, or verify yourself and shit like that. And people even have their channels shut down when they hit 100,000 for like botting and doing things like that, because YouTube does an extensive audit looking for those things. So you don't want to have that reputation on your channel, and I know Leslie doesn't either. So why would I stop watching it tonight when I have it backed up? Because people make those kind of decisions when they're angry, when they're pissed off, and obviously she is. She's mad at me, and that's when you have to worry about a creator doing something dumb like false striking, because their emotions take over and they make a bad decision. So what the fuck,
I'd like to ask the live chat one question. So I'm seeing some people in there saying that she re-uploaded it. Can anyone verify that she actually re-uploaded that video that she just deleted or took off or whatever? And if she did, I wonder what she took out of it.
She re-uploaded it? What are you talking about?
Well, so I saw someone say that she re-uploaded it.
She put it back to public, because she put it to private. So you're saying she put it back to public already?
Maybe. That's what I'm asking. Like, I don't know for sure.
Yeah, so I want to know. After they check, I want to know, because we'll just start playing it again then. Fuck it. If she put it back to public, we'll just start playing it again. And where am I getting shot from? I'm gonna run out of armor plates.
My question is, though, is that if it's different from the video that was downloaded, what did she take out of it?
Taking something out of it takes time. I doubt she could take anything out of it. It'll still show the original version right now. You have to use the YouTube editor to take things out of it, so it'll typically take a couple hours of processing. So even if she did take something out of it, it would still show the original version right now. So for the next few hours. You're right, though. She could have removed some stuff from it, and she probably doesn't realize that that's true. So, you know, either way, we downloaded it, so it doesn't matter. But if she did put it public, I will go back to watching it. I will shut the game down and go back to watching it. So, because if she doesn't care if it's there and watched, then what's the problem? Like, what the fuck is she doing?
Losing her shit.
Exactly. That would just prove that she's having a full-on meltdown. Come on, train. I don't got time for this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, yeah. I killed myself. I knew it. Fucking lag, bro. Are you playing yet, nerd? It's really laggy tonight, at least for me. I'll give it another try, but if it's this laggy again, I'm not going to play anymore, so.
So I'm being told it's still private, so.
I would assumed it was still private, yeah. I mean, why? The reason that if I were her, the reason I would take it to private like she did is because I don't know how, but her and Molly both have this kind of thing happen where they like forget what they've done or some shit until people start to commentate on it. Or maybe they just don't care until people start to commentate on it. But that is really bad. Like, the one thing that'll never stop shocking me about people like Molly, people like the Lobster Crew, and even Leslie, who would agree, is how they say such fucked up shit all the time. I bet it was the word death coach in my title that got me demonetized too, by the way, so I'm gonna have to take that out. Which sucks because I love calling Molly a death coach.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But they say some really fucked up shit, dude. They really say some fucked up shit. Oh,
they do. Like accusations, and the thing is, they're wild accusations of something they can't prove about people they don't even know.
Well, I mean, like, they used to say things like she would sit and rant, and I recall this. I recall seeing her do this, where she would talk about how Katie's a dangerous creator because she lies and because she just makes things up about people and then runs with it as if it's true. That's their entire narrative against Katie, which I agree with, depending on the time of the day or time of the month or whatever. If there's a full moon, whatever makes Katie do it sometimes. She does it sometimes. I agree. The problem is what we've seen as time's gone on, as their channels have grown, they're succumbing. What is happening is Molly and Leslie and these other people and even these smaller creators succumb to the pressures that make Katie do it. It's not a thing that Katie just does herself. This is something that happens with people who have YouTube channels grow or let the desire for views, let the desire for money go beyond their thought process, to go beyond their ability to think logically and to consider whether they're defaming someone or saying the wrong thing. And maybe Leslie has had to realize that, but she still treats Katie as if Katie's this big defamer, and you would think that she wouldn't do that now. You know, you'd think that she would sympathize with Katie at this point.
And that's how you know that their entire purpose is not to actually call somebody out for something wrong, but to try to destroy them so they can build themselves up, right? And that's why, you know, what she is, KJ Lot. That's exactly what LB is, KJ Lot, because she does the exact same content, exact same manners of doing things that KJ does, that she calls out and says are horrible, but she does the same shit. She's just mad because she's not as big. And it's really all it is. Because if she surpassed KJ and you know, in subs and all this kind of stuff, you would see her never bring it up again.
Okay, the lag's gone away, but I made one tiny mistake there, and I was having a really good run too. So, okay, I'm starting to feel good here. The lag's chilling. Yeah, honestly, dude, we've been calling out shit like clickbaity shit. I remember Secure Team 10, Dead will recall us. One of the first creators that we were going against was Secure Team 10. He had 1 million subs at the time, and he ended up getting over 2 or 3 million by the time this was all over. It was one of the most clickbait, one of the most false YouTubers that existed on the platform. This man, I won't even go into it. All you got to do is go out there and look, because the videos are still up that debunked him and called him out. And that was back in 2016, for fuck's sake, man. Like, we've been doing this shit for a really long time, and the thing is, it never changes. Whether it's true crime, whether it's UFO content, conspiracy content, a political conspiracy, it doesn't matter. It's just, there is money that you can make by, like, with the political conspiracies, they're typically defaming public figures, and they get away to some extent. When it comes to UFO stuff, what they do is mix in politics, or they'll clickbait a fake UFO video or something, and get a lot of views and money out of it. Secure Team 10 did it by building entire narratives. Like a kid was being stalked by a UFO was his first viral video, and he blew up from it. But the thing is, all of them are the same. They are content creators, and they have that desire for a viral video or viral live content because it makes so much money. I can't tell you, man. Like, I've experienced it. I've made that money before.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a lot of fucking money, dude. One of the best things that's happened lately is that Nate the lawyer actually himself, Nate blew up, and he's making that money now, and he deserves it. He's doing it the right way. Great. So it does happen for good reasons and bad, but the thing is, back in the day, it used to be there'd be 100 of those channels compared to every regular channel. So I've studied them. I know what happens with them. You grow your channel, but it never really grows. You never have a PewDiePie type reaction from it. You never even have a KJP kind of reaction. That's why she's a bit of an anomaly. The type of reaction that you get is that you'll end up getting the views of like a channel with 30,000 subs while you're sitting there with 300,000. Once your viral video or your viral live content dies down, like we saw with Dre being Dre. Like if Molly goes live and tries to attack Dre now, she only gets a few hundred people watching, or 800 people, or whatever she gets, her regular numbers, right? And she can't bring it back. But if PewDiePie decides that he's going to go and upload one of his old style videos, it blows the fuck up. And literally, he just did it. Like, I just watched him do it a few weeks ago. It's just he's doing like Japan documentaries now, so
really?
he's got. Oh, dude, they're great too. They are fucking entertaining as hell. He just went to an arcade in Japan and he played every game. He's doing great stuff. Like, it's really outside of his wheelhouse. Really good stuff. But my point is that you're not gonna get like what I've always said from 2016 up to now is you don't want to go that route, because the short route, the route where you're not gaining it off your personality, gaining it off some type of content or some type of thing you're giving your audience, that when you take the shortcuts, it doesn't ever, you don't ever get to experience that kind of thing. It's like it only comes in bursts, and people hate you, and everybody ends up looking down on you, and it ends up turning into a thing where these people tell themselves, okay, well, this time I'm just going to do content, and then what? They do oh, that's a fucking player out. They do content for what? They'll end up doing content for about, and we watched Molly do this before she picked up on Dre. She did content for like 3-4 months, and it just got too much for her. She's like not having the success. Of course you're not going to have the success. The only way you're going to get those views is to do whatever it was that you clickbaited people with. And until you do whatever it is that you clickbaited people with, you're going to be getting low views. I mean, it's like you almost say to yourself, how do they not know that this is going to be the outcome? It's just the way, it just makes sense. It's just how things go. Like, people don't, like, people with huge channels sometimes don't even get good views. So it's just not worth it to go the clickbait route. It's not worth it to go live while you're angry and say a bunch of shit you don't mean. It's not worth it to talk about Dre if you're just going to shit on her, because it's just going to end up following you and fucking your shit up. You're going to regret it. I do think Leslie already regrets it.
Well, and the problem is...
Sorry, go ahead.
Problem is, she's just not inventive enough to create content that people don't want to follow outside of just like, I don't know, it's just not good, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's how Molly is too, and right now I'm only pulling in views with my live content myself, so, and I know how hard it can be, man. I'm not trying to fucking shit on any of them, but Jesus Christ, bro, like, at what point do you chill with it? Oh shit, give me 1 second.
Nerd, the life is ours. Say what you want to say.
All right. So what I really came here to say was,
Oh, fuck, I'm about to die.
Damn it.
All right,
So
I'm good. I'm up. You know, and it just gets boring, bro. Like, might as well just do what we used to do. Drop a nuke on their heads and move on.
wait, what are we talking about now? Who are
Same
we
thing.
nuking? Oh, okay.
You know, a Moab kind of nuke. A content nuke.
Oh, and are you in DMZ or Battle Royale?
I'm in DNZ right now. I got tired of Battle Royale. I want to play Battle Royale, but I gotta focus, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to give all my attention to it if I'm gonna play it. There ain't no casual. That's a sweat fest. DMZ can be a sweat fest, but it's more chill until you get to the sweat fest, so that's why I like it. Dear God, these dudes are hitting me hard and fast. I'm almost dying, like, constantly, dude. Like, they got laser beams. Nice. Self-revive, baby. What the fuck? Dude, I'm telling you, munitions boxes are bugged and they clone themselves. Because I just threw that damn thing down. I didn't pick up another one or anything, so...
So Kathy's saying Flava is with Molly now. No way she would be a sub for Justin if she's really against Molly. Yeah, you didn't get a chance to talk about Flava tonight.
Yeah, I didn't get to. We'll do it tomorrow, but... And I'm not going to say anything bad about Flava. Flava doesn't have to worry. I'm not going to shit on Flava. Just going to talk about what's going on out there because I find it interesting, but... You know, I don't know, man. Like, this whole thing with Flava is just really weird. It's a really strange thing.
Well, apparently, according to what Kathy's saying, she is a mod on Justin's channel. So...
Because they trust her now. They do. They trust her. It's weird.
I think she's been a mod on Justin's channel for a minute.
Well, okay, then maybe they just didn't take her wrench away. I don't know. They probably did. You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? But then again, people want to start their own channels. They, you know, that's the thing too. You're talking about this aspect when people get to, like, you know, such a you know, a certain amount of sub count, and this happens, right? It's the same thing when they start to they want to start their channel, right? And Flava just started her channel, and all of a sudden she's like friendly with people, right? And
that's fucked up.
Who knows?
Dude.
Maybe that was a part of the scheme, is kind of want to come in and not have, you know, not get attacked off the bat. So you make a deal with the devil, right?
Yeah, whatever happened, I don't like it. I think it's fucked up. Jesus, Criminelli, what the fuck, Chuck? That's it. Shit. They're coming after me. They're coming. Fuck, they're trying to kill my ass and my balls.
Wait, how do you casually just drop phase 4 hate? Well, what?
Phase
what?
what?
Was that Rach?
Probably Rachel. It wasn't me.
Oh.
Son of a bitch, what's going on?
Oh, that's Ray. She's probably on one of her walks. She's taking the phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's on my
Thor
account.
ditches.
She's trying to get me in trouble.
She's on the busy account. It says Thor ditches Marvel. Chris Hemsworth slams MCU Phase 4 as forgettable.
I will say though, phase 4 has kind of been forgettable.
It really has.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
Oh, nerd, are you gonna do a stream on it? You should. I'm just saying.
On phase 4 being forgettable, yes, but I also got to do the Pokemon one too, as well.
Yes.
Next week.
Pokemon.
I was like dying this past weekend. I had like a fever. It was horrible. Bad times.
Oh, damn. So does that mean this coming weekend we might see the actual Nerd Angle and Tom's Toys getting together on a live stream?
Yes, as long as I talk to Tom about it, but I'm sure he will be down to do it.
Because he's been putting up a lot of live streams about playing the Pokemon Scarlet.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of that and a lot of Zelda too, but a different Zelda.
Who, Tom?
Than what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, he has been.
Tom works hard. He streams quite a bit.
Oh, dude,
Holy
he's
shit!
killing it.
Stitching with the Sister Lies says that LB just deleted all her videos on you.
What?
He did what?
Oh shit. Well, I guess we didn't archive that.
Deleted all of the videos on what?
All the
On
videos
you.
on you.
I thought
Yeah.
she didn't do that many videos on me.
She just played 4D chess.
Why is she? What the fuck is happening, dude? Like they gaslight so hard, bro. Like it blows my mind. It really blows my mind, dude. I don't know what to think.
Kelly
She's
Beth
like, you
says,
can't
is
get
that
them all.
well? Kelly Beth says, is that LB taking Uni's offer? Like she's deleting all her videos on you. She privated.
I never
the
said
one
she had to
from-
do that.
I don't know. If it's
I mean,
true though.
If she takes my offer, I'll honor my offer. I wasn't lying about it. If she just tells the damn truth, I mean, if she lies to me, the offer doesn't stand. But if she tells the truth, then fine. Like, I'm not a mean guy. Like, I try to be, like, cool with everybody, but I have to be able to fucking defend myself when people do this shit to me constantly, you know? Like,
Oh, 100%. Especially the heinous crap that she accuses you of. You know, and the thing that's one of the things, like, before she got kicked from the live stream, I wanted to ask her is that, you know, describe to me what a vet looks like. You know, because she makes these claims that, well, you just don't act this way. You just don't, you don't seem this way, right? Well, number one, she's not one, okay? Which, okay, her husband is, right? But even then, any vet out there is going to know, like, there's no way to describe a vet.
there are vets to go out and rob banks and shit, bro, and kill people when they get
Yeah.
out. I mean, that's why vets are considered crazy vets, for fuck's sake. That's why that whole thing exists. Like, and besides, I'm just saying, you just can't tell. Everybody knows that. It's dumb. And and we all know that they were doing it to be malicious. Why am I stuck in one spot? What the hell, dude? We know they were doing it to be malicious. It's fine. I'm not going to hold anything against anybody. All I want is the truth of everything that happened out there, and I want people to speak the damn truth. If Dre is this horrible boo-booer, we all should know why. We should all have whatever evidence is out there. And if the evidence that's out there is what I've seen, which I've seen just about everything that's out there, and, you know, if there's nothing that shows that Dre isn't a boo-booer, the people that are saying it need to go to their channels, admit they were wrong, and then, you know, stop doing this to Dre. Because I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's Dre. They act like the people are defending Dre. No, we're defending people. Like, this is what got Johnny Depp into the mess that he was in. Like, people sitting there, like, lying because it fit their narrative. It made them money or whatever. It's like, oh my God, I'm dead. How? What in the fuck? Where? I can't even see the enemies that are shooting me. Is this
You're
lag?
getting hit from all sides, brother.
Is this what lag looks like? I don't know what lag looks like. Oh, I'm dead now. If I live. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Left, top. Yeah, like they're on top of you.
It got me surrounded. I just need to, like... But yeah, that's what I want. Because if we have an innocent person or a person who's being called these things due to the evidence that's out there against Dre, then anybody and everybody's going to get accused eventually. Like, it's just going to be a land of accusation. And like, it's like, put up or we have to stop it. Dre is not our punching bag. She doesn't deserve to be fucking bullied just because Molly and Letitia started a profitable
hate campaign,
bash fest against hate campaign.
Well, and the thing is that, you know, after a while, like say you do like criticize somebody, right, on something, they refuse to respond. After a while, there's nothing more you can say because they won't respond to it. Okay, so, you know, or they can't respond or whatever. You have to let it go, and you have to wait until they respond back, and then you come back, you know, months later or whatever, and you can offer your, you know, reverse criticism or however you want to call it to whatever they put out. But the whole point of like you're punching down. The thing is, when someone won't respond, you're punching
Dre's
down.
being bullied though. Like she's straight up being
That's
hated
what
on.
and they're punching down because they know she won't respond, right?
I mean, I still think they're punching up because she's got, you know, 707,000 subs, and that's what made her a target. But I get what you're saying. They are punching down, I guess, now. She's
Because of the fact that they know she won't respond. It's just punching down, and not punching down is the fact like, you know, going for like a smaller creator or whatever. It's the fact is when you're punching down when somebody is at a inability to defend themselves.
I see. Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
And the thing though, what they don't realize is that if Dre is planning, you know, in some shape or form, some kind of legal countermeasure to what they're doing, them
How did
continuing.
this boat get here? Why is there an armored boat right here? This is crazy.
Yeah, Jemima, I agree with you. Punching her while she is down. Right.
There you go. Yeah, punching her while she's down. Yeah.
And you know, and the thing that they don't realize though is that if she is planning some kind of legal recourse to what they've been doing, all they're doing by continuing to do this is give her more and more evidence to come at them.
Well, good though. That's a good thing. Like, it
is a good thing. Yeah.
I want Dre to sue them and win. I'm sorry. Everybody wants to go out there and support fucking lawsuits. I don't know why no one supports none of these like lawsuit supporters that are out there wanting Katie to get owned in court. Why do they not support Dre against the people that have done this to her? Because they should, logically, based on, you know,
people. They support the people that are doing this, and they, you know, that's where the hypocrisy comes in once again, right? Is that, you know, what's good for the, you know, what's a good way to put this? Okay for me, but not for thee, like however they say it, right? And that's exactly what it is.
For me, yeah.
Right. And that's what's happening with LB and everybody else. We talk about this is that they get all big mad, right? And then they're fifis if someone does to them the same thing that they've been doing to people the entire time. And if you're a true content creator and the things you're putting out there are true and all this kind of stuff, you would welcome it, right? alot welcomes it when people attack him. He's like, bring it on because I have the evidence, right? Hate the lawyer. Whenever someone goes at him, he's like, bring it on. I have the evidence, right? Like, I want you to attack me because it gives me a chance to prove that you're wrong again. When people come at you and say, you need this, that, and the third, you're like, oh, well, here's the evidence, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm not.
Yeah. I want to have commentary
So
battles
you-
with
you
people all the
welcome it.
time.
Yeah,
the thing
you
is
welcome
about this community, they don't play by the rules. They're not trying to do commentary battles. They're trying to lie on people and start shit. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
And that, but the good thing is though, is that because of that, they act this way. It's very, very easy and very simple to call them out in their hypocrisy. And so when people come over and watch this, and they watch, you know, they watch you or they watch them back and forth, they're like, oh, okay, well, no, this makes sense because he literally told you, I'm here, come meet with me.
Or
And
Zoom
I'll show you-
call. Let's do Zoom. Let's go
Or
to the
Zoom
Zoom
call or
thing.
whatever.
Yeah, because for some
Well,
reason,
I mean, meet with me on YouTube or you know, like,
Zoom.
what I mean by meet with me
Meeting.
is that, like, I'll criticize you. Meet with me means that you're going to make another video dispelling with evidence my criticism that I have with evidence. And
Just,
you know, if you're not willing to do that,
I think it's one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. If you got the willingness to sit there and try to call somebody, you know, lie about them being a veteran and all this and what they did in the service and do all this shit to try to cast doubt on them because you're pissed at them, then you should at least have, you know, the wherewithal to do a meeting with them and the DAV and figure out the truth so that you can actually get the truth out on your channel. Like, that's been one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen from this group of people. Like, it's
well, and what it proves is that they know that you're about to prove them wrong, and they would rather sit in the gray, right, of being able to claim this stuff and have you like criticize them than actually go and do it. But what they don't realize is that by you offering this to them and them not willing to accept it, they have already proven you correct. Hashtag
Sure.
you was right again. So, I mean, it's just, I don't get how people don't see this. Like, I get that you know, people are blinded by certain things, but you know, when it comes to this kind of stuff and this kind of like these heinous accusations, when we know that the majority of people, especially in the United States and abroad as well, have family members that have been in the military, either they have themselves been in the military, or you know, have family members, loved ones, or whatever, friends have been in the military and are willing to just stand by and let this happen, when I guarantee their friends are like, if they bring it to their friends are saying, no, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like that's 100% bashing somebody, right? They're like, yeah, maybe it is, but you know, I still support the person. Then you need to go look at yourself.
You do you, boo boo. Then you F and A on a Saturday if that's what you fucking support.
And you need to go back and recalculate your own life and reevaluate your own life and figure out what it is that causes you to be okay with this. Because, you know, and the funny thing is, most of the people that we're talking about that are supporters of these people, they're not like in their early 20s, they're not in like their even 30s, like they're in their, like, you know, our age and older, right? Doing this shit.
Hey,
and
man, there's
you
a reason they're doing
and I will say this, and I'm gonna say it out loud, you know better. You fucking know better.
It's malicious,
Some high school,
bro.
like nonsense. Like seriously.
Yeah, that's why Nonsense named her name Nonsense, you know? Because she's dealing with all this nonsense.
And she does such a great job. Like, I enjoy her streams. I ain't gonna lie.
Proximity chat in this game is a real thing.
Yeah, I have that disabled.
Have it disabled, but it does kind of help.
Nah, man. I remember Xbox Live. I'm good.
I gotta get out of here.
I got you and Menace in Discord. I don't need to hear them.
Yep.
Although when I was recording like a clip for the TikTok I did, there was one dude that I killed and he was just like, whoa. So I had it pop up in this screen in white. It's pretty funny.
I have so many TikTok clips to put up and stuff like that. I just need to get it going because, I mean, it's gonna take me forever. Kind of like this little armor-piercing sniper.
Yeah, that's like getting a weapon to the point where you can equip the armor-piercing ammo definitely helps.
I mean, it's just armor-piercing. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but you know, like enemy players take quite a few hits, but with the armor-piercing rounds, they take quite a few less hits.
True. Open, that's what this modifier on this gun does. I think it's got permanent armor-piercing rounds is what it is.
Oh, was that a contraband sniper rifle that you got?
No, I just found one that has armor-piercing bullets in it. But there, it's part of it's like part of the upgrade system that it has in it.
Nice. Yeah, so you're gonna get out with it and be able to run with it back in.
Yeah. I was having fun listening to that stupid video too. Kind of want to keep listening to it.
Really funny.
Yeah, Ras Illusion, I feel you. I mean, I've already pretty much answered every question anyone would ask. I uploaded my DD214, what my DAV rep would allow me to upload from it, of course, because, you know, I don't want people, like, stealing my fucking identity. And that's literally, when I did it, when I put my DD214 up, one of them literally said that they wanted my entire unredacted DD214. Like, that really showed, that really told me how much they knew, like, how kind of just empty-headed that they were, because everyone knows that your social and your birthday and every identifying thing about you is on that shit, and you're not supposed to give that out. Like, that's why they were bitching at me about what I did put out. There were things that I'd put out that they told me not to.
Well, the thing is this, right? So, you remember how there used to be them videos of the guy that would go around to the guys that were claiming to be SEALs, right?
A video?
He would do, yeah, well, no, the guy, he had a channel, and I can't remember his name right now, but he would go around and he would, right, and he would go around debunking these guys that were claiming to be SEALs. He never asked for any of their paperwork, right?
No.
He walked up to him and said, "Hey, tell me what class you were in, right? Tell me when you served, what you've done," and you said when you went through this stuff and all the stuff you got. Like, and he would ask.
They would walk.
Yeah,
up
the
to
senior chief. He's the retired senior chief SEAL.
Okay,
and he never he never requested for them to give him any paperwork. He said he has access to a database because he's a SEAL and he has access to the SEAL database.
Then it might have been Bud, because that's how Bud did it. He didn't ask him questions. He just looked up their information.
No,
he just
this
looked
guy
up
would
their
actually-
basic paperwork.
He did both. This guy would do both. Like, he would get people like mailing him in, and then he would also, like, one of his most famous ones is when he went to New Orleans, this guy was claiming to be a SEAL. And he was like, you know, what class did you go to? Because these guys would claim that, like, oh, everything I do is classified, and a lot of it wasn't. Like the fact that you went through buds and all this kind of stuff is not classified. What, you know, group you were in, as far as, like, you know, what, you know, class you were in is not classified. And he would just ask them simple questions, and when they answered and he knew that they were lying, he would call them out. It was never anything about them having to produce any paperwork for him, right? And so the thing is that the aspect that these people want you to produce paperwork is already.
Well, they told me if I put out, first it was my IDs, then it was, which I did, then it was my IDs and my DD214, which I did, and then after they came and apologized to me, I said, I'm never doing this again. The fact that I've already proven it should be more than enough. Then I fucking had Steve do what he did, so I just put my DD214 up because it was a way for me to kind of humble brag, right? Because I never talked about what I did, and I had all my medals on there and shit. So, you know, then I went on like a stream and I said, listen, is there vet bashing? Here's what's up. And then that's why it's weird to me that Leslie and Molly and them, because Leslie was around when Steve did that a long time ago in 2019. Because that was right when he got mad at me, and that's when she was like, this was like a week or two or three after she had her fundraiser with him. So she knew about him vet bashing me, and she knew that I put out my DD214 in response to him. So for her to then go in and kind of flip-flop it around like that, you know, it's just fucked up. But so then what did I do next? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Either way,
but you dropped everything you need. Like, you dropped more than you need to.
Sure. Yeah, I went above and beyond. Pictures, everything. So, you know, and they don't get it. What I put out of my DD214, by the way, it's on Twitter if you want to see it. You can scroll down and find it. There are little traps laid there, like I've said in the past, so that when they try to do it again, they're already debunked. You know, because I knew what would happen. They would say that I was put out for a mental reason instead of a physical reason. Well, guess what? That's already debunked on my DD214. Then they'll say that I didn't get deployed. Oh, well, guess what? It's on my DD214 right there, service in Iraq. Anyway, so yeah, I think that what we've done this time is go so far above and beyond. The next time anyone tries to do this, we just fucking laugh at them. Like, because that was the goal.
Yes.
The goal is to be able to be at a point where the next person that we go in and debunk, they are going to try to dox me. And that's what Molly and Leslie and what's his name did. Justin, then they're going to find out that I was a veteran. So then they're going to go in, and because they don't have any crimes, because they don't have any negative thing with my service, they're going to try to make it up, which always, for some reason, they try to pick that I wasn't a veteran. And then it turns into, well, he was a veteran, but he didn't do this. And then it turns into, well, he was a veteran and he did this, but then like, I'm still going to act like this. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I got to go. Rachel just walked in the door. And since we're not reacting to our video, I'm going to jump. It's 9:30. I've been going to bed really early. So I'm going to go to bed early again tonight so that I can do some more stuff with you earlier tomorrow. We went live at 6 tonight. And we only played video games for a few minutes, of course, because Leslie yanked down our video, which was really funny. But if my mods will, can they jump in the mod room? And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, I'll be in the or not mod room. Jump in Butterbot for me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in Butterbot in just a second.